Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fae Realm. It is Tuesday night, and we are back with the Death Campaign. It is so good to have all of these lovely people who are around me back on my screen as I'm staring at everyone. Thank you all so much for being here this fair evening. Thank you, The Real Paint Night, for the follow. Stare.
Yeah.
And Pixel Rose, thank you so much for the resubscribe. It's always a delight to see everyone here. And yeah, I don't have much else to say, so I'm just gonna go ahead and toss it on over to Adam.
Hello, everyone, and good to be here with you once again. When we left off, we had just been in the Shadowfell at the Fortress of Memories, where our heroes met the Raven Queen, or what there is of her. After receiving their ticket, they exited through the mists and arrived here. The sound of silence broken only by crows and ravens has now been replaced with organ grinding music and with the sounds of cheers and laughs and cries of surprise and fear. Effects going off, the lighting of fires, popping of small kernels of corn, and just the liveliness, the ambience, the chaos and noise hits you from that place of very sober feelings. And as you enter into this place, well, actually, let me put you there because I'm there, but you're not. Here you are. Ta-da. Ta-da. You exit through, or enter, I should say, through the mists. And above you is a twisted, viney archway. And you see the noise and color and the vibrancy of this place that is also within the Shadowfell, but it is its own domain. The only traveling domain. The Carnival, as it is simply called. To your right is a small pixie floating above a stash of treasure, barking out calls to people to come and see her treasures. And just in front of you is an older looking gentleman who is dressed rather garishly and a pointed gray beard. Ah, my friends, welcome. Welcome to the Carnival. You must be the ones I have been told of. You are an eclectic collection of individuals. I am Tyndall. I am the barker of this place. Well, one of many, but the loudest, certainly. But today I am here to serve as your guide. I imagine you have many questions. I can answer some about this place, but it is my lady Isolde who will answer what you are truly here for. So, have you any tokens? No, of course you wouldn't. What a strange question. You've never been here before.
But
have you?
When I was very young.
Oh. I don't recognize you.
You probably wouldn't. I was very small.
Well, our tokens never go bad. Do you still have yours?
Out of character. Are we talking about the mist token?
It's not a missed token, no.
Okay, then no. No, I don't believe I kept anything. Maybe a game prize? It's been a long, long time.
Well,
It's nice to be back, though.
there are many ways one can earn tokens. Here, in this place, there are games, there are shows and challenges. Many ways to have fun, to forget one's troubles, to receive therapy for the insanity that will certainly befall you as you travel through the mists. And also, food. We have that.
Food.
Yes,
What kind of food?
many kinds.
I
Go to the
like-
foodstuff stand, where you will see a large crab.
I eat the crab.
Oh, don't eat this crab. He'll provide you with the other elements that you might desire. The food.
Hmm.
You've never seen a crab run a business.
I'll eat crabs.
Oh, wow. Well, someone's going to have to look after this one. He seems to be stuck in his notions. I need you to take a lot of the things that you remember, your presuppositions, and to set them aside for the time that you're here. This is a place of whimsy, in a place of nonsense. So, chill out.
What?
Very well.
So, would you like me to take you from location to location and explain what they are? Or would you prefer that I get out of your way and allow you to explore on your own? It's not that hard. If you can essentially walk around in an oval shape and you will have seen everything. But please do not wander into the mists, no matter how much the fey creatures within taunt you to do so. We have lost very many patrons, especially children, that way.
Where are the Fae?
Do not go into the mists. I need to be really clear about that. You see?
I like the Fae.
Oh, my lord. Okay, well,
Fae are friends, not food.
okay,
Is that
okay,
a
we
place
can work
to
with
purchase
that.
leashes?
We can start there. Well, judging from both of those questions, I recommend that we go and see Lysissa first. She's the little blue creature floating there above the wagon with all the treasure.
Oh, yes.
Catman, crab is friend, not food. Does that help?
Depends on what crab man has to.
Fair enough, but we can begin at least with friend, not food.
Oh, how did I not recognize you immediately? You are Shadar Kai, are you not?
I am indeed.
This carnival was once owned by a pair of Shadar Kai. They're still here, looking after the new proprietor.
Really?
Isolde. Yes. So, perhaps you can make conversation with each other. They're rather dour fellows.
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm seeing it now. Okay, very
Lynn?
well.
I saw you shifting there, Lynn. Do you have a question for this gentleman?
May we stay here?
What do
You
you
mean you mean like sleep?
This is such a vibrant and beautiful dream. I would hate to wait.
Oh, well, that might be the nicest thing anyone has ever said about this place. Thank you. Well, you can stay as long as you want. Just understand that we are on the move often. We can't stay terribly long. What with the Fae trying to, kill us all.
Is there a place where we can clean up? Gestures to her blood-covered self.
Yes. Now, normally I would say, well, we're going to need tickets or tokens or something. But I happen to know a little bit about your circumstance. So the first night is free. If you will look just behind me at this large blue tent, this is a rental, but in this case, it's already been rented out for you, for your group, and you can sleep here as long as you like. Tonight. After that, we need payment of some kind. I feel.
Kind of payment does one have here?
Well, tokens are fine, although gold can be acceptable. If you speak with Lysissa, she has a lot of alternate forms of payment. Nothing like that. No, nothing untoward. Just, your ability to remember something or to speak a language, perhaps. You know.
We were sent here by the Raven Queen, and I believe at least one of us was handed a ticket.
Yes, that's how you got here. That's how you didn't become lost in the mists. How awkward would that have been? So that here, let me see that ticket. Can I? Do you have it?
Hands it over.
I guess I should ask, but when I saw the large beast man, I thought, well, that's got to be the group.
In fairness.
Here it is.
Rather unique.
So, objects are often infused with memories, and in this case, we have these tokens that help people find their way here, so that someone can have a little adventure of self-discovery and learning the meaning of family and friendship, or possibly get abducted by Fae, all sorts of things.
The Fae not bad. Fae good. Fae is Fae are family.
Well, for those who are not Fae family, they can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes. Dangerous family.
I suspect you don't have much other than that.
This is a perfect illustration of the kind of thing I'm talking about. Anyway, if you are tired, please go to the rental tent. If you're feeling lucky, go to Litwick Market and speak with Lysissa there. Otherwise, follow along and say hello to Hermas the Half-Giant. There's, of course, the big top at the center. I needed to explain that further. Just look for the largest tent. There's the foodstuffs as you move round that circle, where you may speak with Mr. Krabs. And then there is the sideshows, and that's a good place to earn tokens. And then there's always different guests that are here at the carnival that come and go. Denizens of various other planes, from the Nine Hells to the Feywild to anything you can think of, really. This is sort of a crossroads of places, except for you probably get lost. And how could I forget about Professor Pacali and the Hall of Horrors that he's in? That's just behind the rental tent there. Go and see him unless you have a weak stomach.
My stomach is strong.
Oh, yes, I can see that. I can see that. Look at all of the different parts of the abdominal area. It just keeps going and going and just keeps, wow, there it goes.
It's strong, but needs food.
Ah, yes. Well,
We should clean up and then obtain food and then see where things are after that.
very good. Well, I shall retire then to the sideshow. I actually have a show. What on account of not having a soul? It's kind of well, you'll see when you get there. Until then, farewell. I have been Tyndall.
Well, the mist token, I'll take that back, please. Unless we need it for entrance.
Oh yes. Yeah. Normally I would take it and keep it, but this is a particular situation, isn't it?
Special circumstance.
It's a special circumstance. We need you to come here and back again
Yes.
a few times, as I understand. Okay. And I didn't know that had anything to do with. And there it goes. Okay.
Thank you.
And I didn't know that had anything to do with the Raven Queen. I'm suddenly terrified. So thank you very much, and I will see you when you get there.
A valid response.
Good day.
What do we call him now?
Tyndall?
No. You say he was Tyndall. No more Tyndall. Said have been.
I think that is a flowery way of reminding us of his name.
Did not speak of flowers.
Not yet.
Is it common for you to discard names? Who were you once upon a time?
Oh,
What names have you thrown away?
how you throw away names. You throw away your names.
You'll find there are a great many things that can be discarded.
Drausken seems to waste no time and goes right for the tent to take all of the load off, and his load is mighty indeed.
Drausken is staggering his way over to the tent. He is not going to be on his feet for any longer than he needs to at this point.
He doesn't even go around to the front entrance. He just lifts up the back and walks in.
This is easier.
100%.
Valid.
That's the thing about tents. Every side is a door.
If you're willing to use it as such, yes, that is true.
You think I was gonna go help, but
for nearly all of my life,
When
I will
you
not be stopped by a canvas wall.
when you get inside, you find what appears to be a large bathhouse and inn, with pools of hot steaming water running from endless faucets. You see floating beds. There's food, there's wine, there are comforts of all kinds. Various armoires and bureaus filled with every needed thing to make one comfortable.
Is there any type of proprietor or server or anything like that in here?
None.
Then Drausken will find the closest thing that looks like a bunk, deposit his gear, and start tending to his wounds.
As you begin to doff your armor and remove your clothing, it is magically lifted into the armoire near the bed and placed in order.
Very nice.
As you begin to tip over, the bed moves slightly to catch you and scoop you up.
I'm fine. Ugh. Yeah, he's just gonna start tending to his wounds. He's probably still pretty well beat up. So
So that's what Drausken does. Well, what about Loraphyra?
She's going to come around to the front of the tent because entrances are set where they're supposed to be. At least in her mind, and she's gonna come around and come into the tent as well, just to get the lay of the land and see what sorts of accommodations we're working with.
As you walk into the entrance of the tent, you recognize, as you have traveled through the plains a few times, that this appears to be a small demi-plane. The area is much larger within than it would appear.
Is it
It's
bigger on the inside?
Yes, bigger on the inside.
And it's blue.
No, it's smaller on the outside.
And you see just what I had described to Drausken, and you can see him tending to his wounds while sitting on a bunk that is floating a few feet off the ground.
Valid. I'll look. Are there as many bunks as there are us, or are there more?
There's actually more, but all of them are empty. It would appear that this is a private service.
I will go over to one of the bunks and drop my stuff there, the little stuff that I actually have. But I will keep my herbalism kit in my hand and go over to Drausken. Would you care for assistance, or do you have this on your own?
Know your way around the wound.
I've seen many.
And I'd be happy for the help.
Yeah, I want to use an herbalism kit too, because I have no magic left at this point. Those fights took it all out of me, but I do want to try and at least bring him to a relatively stable condition. He'll still be in pain, but at least he won't be actively bleeding.
Okay, why don't you give me an herbalism check with wisdom,
Can do.
or just a medicine check if you prefer.
I think they're approximately the same.
Or they're probably the same, yeah.
Are you gonna do it? Gonna do it? Okay. Fine. Oh, at some point it's gonna come through. Maybe.
Roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend.
And I don't even have the problem that Pro and Kate usually have of doing the translation over.
Did it give you a pop-up prompt of what query attribute you want to
Uh-huh.
use?
Yeah, it might be asking
There it
probably.
There it goes.
There it
Wow,
goes.
that took a hot minute there.
Literally.
So, with a 13, you are able to help Drausken treat his wounds, his scrapes and bruises, and that sort of thing. So, as you spend hit dice to take a short rest, you may also roll an additional d6 as if you were under the effect of Song of Rest.
Hey!
Nice.
So, what about Lynn?
So is that of curiosity, Lynn was also going to wander into the tent.
All right, you see, as I have described before, the large space within, as well as Loraphyra treating Drausken. It's strange to see an interior space where there's not constantly servants building and rebuilding it.
I get a little conscious of the fact that there's no one tending to this room. And I immediately ask, am I disturbing something?
There is no response.
I see that Loraphyra and Drausken are, well, they're applying some first aid. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna choose to believe that that's what I'm thinking.
You know, Loraphyra is all sitting on the floating bunk next to Drausken, using herbs and bandages.
She's going to find, I actually have no idea what's in this tent, but I'm just going to improvise for a bit. We're just going to say there is a side table or something with an empty vase. Lynn is going to, reach for the vase. And from her hand, it looks like she's dropping something. Seeds, dirt. And with a brief pale yellow glow, suddenly these brilliant purple flowers sprout from it. Loraphyra flowers?
No, they do so, and they look beautiful. And there's you wait for a moment, but there's no one to tell you to do it again. There's no one to critique it. There is no spirit that floats by and rearranges it for you. It is simply allowed to be. The question
waiting
is,
expectantly for a few seconds
yeah.
for someone to come take it, or someone to come shove it off the desk, or someone to come yell at her for it. She gingerly picks it up, sets it next to Drausken, and just says, "They're good for circulation."
And they're good to look at too. Thank you.
It suddenly hits you. It may have been a very long time, maybe even the first time that you've heard that phrase.
No. It's something else I can get for you.
No, you're a dear. That stinks.
Hold still.
I'm trying.
Those are beautiful.
They're quite lovely, Lynn. Thank you.
What is Yi-Ling doing?
Yi-Ling went chasing after the giant cat man who decided to wander off because she knows leaving him alone is a bad idea. Despite how wounded and tired and covered in blood she is, she went limping after him and muttering under her breath, "Oh, I just told cats man up to be like actual cats."
Oh, there you go.
The worst.
I was like, where the shit did you guys go?
Did not sign up to be a babysitter, but here I am.
In that case, what did the wild
card?
what did the wild decide to do then?
He, as soon as Drausken was like, "I'm tired, I need to go sit down, take my gear off, take care of these wounds," the wild's like, "Me need food." So he went hunting for food, and he skirted around the kind of northern side of the carnival and made a beeline straight for Mr. Crab's foodstuffs. And he is standing directly in front of Mr. Krabs, at least if the map is to be believed.
Yeah.
So he'll just look straight at the crab and say, "Crab, the one who was called Tyndall said you have food. I require meat."
That's right. He got some food for you. Pretty much anything you could ever imagine. I got pheasants and I got squids. for instance. And I've got something else, but it's secret.
No secrets. Tell me secret.
No, you'll never know me formula.
Not care about formula.
I
Tell
knew that's
me
where you were
food.
going.
Here, why don't you try this? It's a round of cheese. Cats love cheese.
No.
Yes.
This is prey food.
Oh, just give it a try. Give it a little nibble. Here's a free sample on the house.
He tries the cheese. Feels strange in mouth.
Right, so you're in love with it and you would like the whole round, I assume.
I need meat.
Okay. Can't blame a fella for trying. He reaches a great claw into the wagon next to him and pulls out an entire pheasant. And he hands it to you.
Take feathers first. Hate feathers. Get stuck in teeth.
Oh, I thought you were like a mighty hunter or something and you knew how to like pluck feathers or skin something.
Plucking feathers waste of time, crab.
I see you're more of a boneless wing kind of guy, aren't you?
Give me pheasant, and I just eat the whole pheasant.
Pardon for interrupting. Does this cost money?
Oh yes, that costs money, yes.
Catman, do you have any money? She stares him down from her tiny height.
What money?
Oh boy, what are these?
You have food. I require food. I eat food.
Okay.
In societies, food is not free. Unless you catch it, hunt it yourself.
That's
Or
what
grow
I
it
understand.
yourself.
Oh. Crab. Take pheasant. Hold pheasant.
Most of this is gone.
No, another pheasant.
Oh, another. Oh, of course.
Now, run with pheasant.
Excuse me, I
Go
don't
run.
understand.
Go
No,
run with
Do
pheasant.
not hunt
so
the
I
merchants.
hunt.
Do not hunt the merchants.
He starts to panic. Give me an
Run
intimidation
with
check.
pheasant.
Give me an intimidation check.
We
Does
can't
that-
even go into a dream town without someone getting arrested. Come on.
Obviously.
Where'd my sheet go?
This is why I need a leash.
I could just hear Tyndall being like, this isn't that
Damn it,
kind of
I gotta
carnival,
refresh
lady.
My browser.
The Yi-Ling's already dying.
It's all.
She's
geared up.
already
There
dead,
you go.
technically.
Dying again.
Look on the bright side.
Do we have everything from when we were alive?
Oh no! He starts like moving sideways as fast as he can,
Yes,
and
I
he starts
give you
running.
head start.
Okay,
He looks at
Mr.
Yi-Ling
Krabs disappears into the mist.
and
Do not follow him. Don't
The
you
prey's
dare.
getting away. The wild, it's getting away.
I follow, I hunt, and I
Shit.
chase him.
She
Okay.
half-heartedly reaches out, but doesn't.
No.
Oh no! No, don't. And then she goes.
All right, and the wild disappears into the mist.
This
Okay,
is no longer
well-
my problem. She's gonna go back to the tent.
Okay, well, Yi-Ling, you go back to the tent. No one knows what's happened to the wild.
Oh, she's just gonna walk in there and announce. So the wild has arrived in the mist already.
He ran this.
Oh, that took longer than I expected.
I did try to
could say I'm
stop him,
impressed.
nominally. However, I'm in no shape to go running off after large. He went in with the foodstuffs merchant, so maybe he'll return. I need to clean up. I need to
You
bandage
should
myself.
rest.
Okay, so
I don't
you
know what that means for us.
take
but-
a rest as well.
Is there did you say there were any sort of bathtubs in here or like
Yeah,
a
there's
doorway going
there's
off?
a large bath area where there's like stairs underneath the water, and you can kind of it's like a spa.
Great. She just strips and gets in. Doesn't show any sign of modesty or shame or anything.
She got muscles though, right? So she's like
She got
all
Fat-
rippling.
well, she's got fat covered muscles, so
Gotcha. Oh yeah, that's right.
she's a female's Sammo Hung for those of you who are martial arts fans.
So as you descend into the water, you can feel its heat, opening up your pores, and you can feel the salts and the other herbs kind of exfoliating and eating at the dead skin and just absolutely rejuvenating you. Even nice odors and aromas replacing the sweat and exertion of the day of the time.
She doesn't remember last time she felt something this nice. And it is quite nice.
It is quite nice.
And it's even quiet.
Yes, it's very strange. You don't have to worry about noise cancellation when you're in a demiplane.
You learn
Lynn's about to
something
ruin
new
that.
every day.
So, Lynn's about to ruin that. Her head poked from the corner at the mention of the news, and it says, missing, lost, misplaced.
Oh God.
Oh, no, nothing misplaced, nothing out of order.
You all right, Mistress Gardner?
Have to find him, have to bring him back.
You shouldn't. Oh dear. And she's gone. I don't.
She actually left? She just like buggered out of the tent?
Just like
Just buggered out.
Gotta find him.
Again, Lynn or Yi-Ling just reaches for
No,
Lynn and is
don't.
like,
Loraphyra,
I don't
could we
understand.
impose upon you to go tend to our friend?
yes, you two take care of yourselves, and Loraphyra will tuck in the last bandage, and then follow Lynn at speed.
Yi-Ling just looks at Drausken like, we have very strange companions.
Indeed.
Oh there, girl with large hat. Where are you going in such a rush? Speaks the rather massive, bearded man, sitting on a log, facing the bonfire.
The cat? A very, very large cat is missing.
Calm down. Everything is all right. Your cat's gone missing, you say?
Into the mists, gone, vanished.
Oh, into the mists. Oh, that is bad. That's real bad. Oh, that is... Yeah, you're never gonna see him again. He's gone. I mean...
Loraphyra's just gonna shoot him a look that is all daggers.
I'm just gonna go back to what I was doing. Just like, try and
if
find
I'm
his
being
thing.
honest, you have no hope, and all is lost, and everything you're hoping for is probably dead right now as we speak.
Like, I was thinking, like, just somewhere here in the Carnival, but, literally, a needle in a haystack would be easier. So, yeah, bye.
Lynn's eyes just go wide, just maximum anxiety.
It was nice to meet you all.
I like this guy.
Sure.
It's a shame I'll never get to meet him.
You know, you already rolled up another character, right?
I did not. I am Mr. All Eggs, One Basket. That's me.
Well, you know, we're not
All
rolling
right.
for stats anyway, so it's fine.
The quest was not intended to be find the wild, but I guess it is now.
You know, whenever a party touches a plant, it just sort of disintegrates. I'm gonna catch up with Lynn and like reach a hand out toward her, but not touch her, and just say,
Good.
"Flower girl, look at me."
Lynn is clutching her head with both hands, just lost in the middle of this fair, and she's saying, I have not even been conscripted to your lady's service for a night, and I've already lost her cat!
Oh, she'll never let me cat sit ever again.
Oh,
Lovely.
But who among us has not lost a pet we were pet sitting?
I mean, if I had a nickel.
I have never lost a pet that I've pet sat. What are you on about?
Yeah, I'm a
He's
good pet
like-
sitter. I
Like it's a
recommend
regular
it.
occurrence for him.
Ah, goodness. I'd
2
be like,
dozen at least.
Welcome to the adventures of Catman and
Catman and Flower
Oh,
Girl.
yeah.
Catman and Co.
He is a thinking person on his own. My Lady Queen chose him for reasons beyond my comprehension.
One does
Diplomatic.
not attempt to comprehend the ways of the Raven Queen.
Valid. But she
'Cause
does.
one gets a nosebleed if one does.
I'm going to mute you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You are not responsible for his actions. He has chosen to take them. We can look for him, certainly, and it may be wise to do so, but this is not your responsibility, nor is it your fault.
Would you implore upon your lady to perhaps return him? No, what am I thinking? Implore upon your lady. What disrespect, what shame. What am I thinking?
Let's go see if we can find him, but this is not your fault.
Lynn's eyes are just darting from side to side like she's expecting someone to be listening.
The giant finally stands up, or half giant, I should say. He stands up. You handled that a lot better than I was handling it. Right, I cannot help you find something that has disappeared into the mist, but there are a lot of visitors here that got here intentionally, and I assume can come and go. Maybe you can speak to one of them. Just look around. You could find a solution, probably. I imagine.
Oh,
Probably not, no. No, sorry, that was the player saying that, not...
Surely there's one here who is adept at finding things, lost things, missing things.
Oh yeah, probably.
We can ask the barker. We can ask the lady with the treasures. There are a number of people here that we have not spoken to yet. I imagine that the Catman will have left a furor in his wake, so I'm sure we can follow the path of destruction, so to speak.
Well, Loraphyra, you appear to be the adult in the room.
That's
And
always the case, isn't it?
Tiana always wonders why she becomes group mom.
I don't
And
wonder anymore. I just am.
That's, yeah.
5.5, almost 6 years of playing with QNC has taught me that I'm the mom in the room. It's fine.
There
So-
always needs to be one. And
Drausken-
we've clearly shown that we cannot be trusted.
Drausken is tending to his wounds and resting. Yi-Ling seems a little bit fed up, but yeah, I think, yeah, you're in the bath. So you're
Yeah.
good to go. And Lynn looks terrified and distraught. And it's clear that her fear is not about the cat itself, but rather the consequences of it. And that is something to perhaps explore at some point.
Yes, but not when she's in the middle of a panic attack.
Yes. So, Loraphyra, how are you going to manage this moment?
I'm gonna look around me and see if there's anywhere that's a little bit less out in the middle of the open, because I feel like, you know, there's the 4 people that are around the fire. There's this half giant who keeps sticking his nose into things. I feel like that having the extra attention might be detrimental to the flower girl's current state. So I want to look around for some place that's a little bit more like private that I can guide her over to try and at least bring the situation down a couple of notches.
Well, to the south of you is a place called the Hall of Horrors. So
That
you
is
think,
not a
that's
good place.
Probably not it.
No, I'm not going. Loraphyra is going to give that a wide berth for a little while. She's lived horrors.
But going around the north side of the field, where the foodstuffs are, it's definitely quieter, and there's a few folk prowling about the area.
Yeah, because I'm kind of looking at like this area over here behind like that, the wheel,
Yeah.
and just being like, that looks like a quiet place, and if someone's going to get mad at me for being in there, they can stuff it for a few minutes.
Okay, feel free.
So Loraphyra will look at the flower girl and say, "Will you come with me?" And like
I am.
holding a hand out, but not touching her.
Am I in trouble?
You are not in trouble.
Am I going to be in trouble?
You are not going to be in trouble.
Are we going to find the cat before everyone gets in trouble?
We are going to find the cat before anyone gets in trouble, but right at the moment, we need to take a moment to come down a little bit, and being here in the middle of everything seems like that is rather detrimental. Will you come with me?
Lynn's breathing, still alien a sensation as it is for her, steadies for a moment as she has recognized a figure of authority as she calms down to say, I will follow your lead, my lady.
And in the back of Loraphyra's mind, she's like, I did not want to like have this transfer, but fine. I'm the representative of my lady, and I will hold on to this for the moment, and just fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, I will be like, good, thank you, and I will like walk, like kind of guide her over, into like this area to just to give her a little bit of space away from all of the noise a little bit and the people. So I'm going in that direction. I don't know if the flower girl follows suit.
He does.
Okay.
In fact, everything is kind of big and new and strange to her, so she's kind of hiding behind you.
How tall is Lynn?
She's not very tall. She is 5'5", without the hat.
You say not very tall. That's about an inch shorter than Loraphyra, and Loraphyra is tall for my characters.
Remember, it's all of the smalls and then the cat. And the goblin.
Valid.
5'5" made shorter by her posture.
Yeah, the kind of like cowering and cringing.
Yeah.
For little ladies.
It'd be
so
like that.
you start leading
Well,
your
height-wise.
newly acquired charge around the north side of the carnival grounds and find kind of a quiet spot for just a moment. In the meantime, Drausken and Yi-Ling, you're the only two in this place. And Drausken, you have finished tending to your wounds, and Yi-Ling is relaxing. Drausken, is the next step to just turn in, go to bed, or are you going to take a moment to maybe speak to this person or do something else? What do you think?
Well, first Drausken's just going to enjoy the warm, quiet, soothing water. But as time goes on and our friends do not return, he'll probably kind of clear his throat. So, Yi-Ling, correct?
Yes. Yi-Ling has been unbraiding and untangling her massive amounts of hair that were put up in very elaborate braids before. And just for the audience, she's also got lots of tattoos. She's got a big back tattoo that's like Yakuza-like. I haven't decided what design, but it's got elvish elements, and then tattoos on like her chest and arms that are Norse-like. Again, I haven't decided exactly what, but heritage tattoos essentially. But yeah, she's sitting there trying to like comb out the tangles and the blood out of her hair. Yes, Yi-Ling Ingusdatter.
What do you think of this situation we find ourselves in?
It is hard to say. On one hand, I never expected to live again. So that is not bad. But also, I don't know, it is very... I feel like I have a chance to do something. To do more than what I did in life. And to maybe help where I could not before.
To make amends.
I don't think I have any amends to make. I did nothing wrong in life, but
Ignore me. Just the musings of an old man.
I think someone else has amends to make, maybe?
I think the Raven Queen doesn't pick people that lived happy, fulfilled lives.
Well, I've never
Dang,
said it
that
was
sounds
fulfilled.
freaking true.
Never said my life was fulfilling. Content, perhaps. I would call it boring until the very end.
My life was anything but that. But
I
the
assume
endings mean more than the beginnings sometimes.
I believe that the end of my life meant that someone else could continue to live theirs. I hope. I suppose if we go back, I'll find out for sure. But you were a soldier, I presume? Given your garb and experience?
It's a bit generous. I was a mercenary, but yes, I fought in an army for most of my life. Probably most of yours.
I'm not that old, so... Probably. I was only in my 20s when I died. I wonder how old that makes me now. Does all the time you are dead count?
Couldn't tell you. Never been dead before.
I see. I was dead for a time before I was dropped before the Raven Queen.
Oh, I feel mine was a rather immediate turnaround.
You have a rather large scar, right?
That's new.
I see.
Most of them are not. Life on the battlefield and all that. You, have a few yourself.
Mostly training scars. Was never really on a battlefield. Although I did fight some battles, and especially, of course, at the end there. Her eyes sort of get a faraway look as she thinks of how she died. But then she shakes it out. And what do you think about the situation?
Well, like I said, I feel like perhaps I have a chance to set some things right. Given that opportunity, whatever the Queen asks of me.
If I recall, you said you wanted a homeland for your people?
It's all we wanted for as long as we could remember. It seemed like such a simple thing, you know, just finding a place to settle down. Sometimes the gods are very cruel. But enough of that. There'll be plenty of time to dwell on those things later. I feel like I can actually move my old bones again. I think I might try and help our friends deal with our runaway cat.
Perhaps I will join you in a bit. I'm not
Take your
one
time.
much for wayward children. But no, don't overtax yourself, old man.
We do what we must. Because we can.
We can again, at least. For a time.
Hold. Quick ad break. Oh, the heart, the soul, the roleplay.
This has been terrific.
I suddenly
Andrew
feel better.
did a dumb thing almost immediately.
You know, do the
On
dumb
brand.
thing. You were the one who was on IP with the do the dumb thing.
That's right.
Chaos
That's right.
Gremlin.
Chaos Gremlin, indeed.
The longer the barker kept going off about the mist, I was like, oh no.
I
You
know.
heard it. You heard it coming.
God.
Ad
Not
break is
joking.
ad break is complete. Apologies
Okay.
for the pause there.
Well,
So-
Drausken will haul himself out of the pool, kind of towel off, and put his garments back on. He's not going to bother armoring up, mostly just tunic and trousers, but he does have his sword on him.
Excellent. So as you get ready to make your way out, we'll rejoin with Loraphyra and Lynn. So you have found a quiet little corner for yourselves. Doesn't seem to be anyone in the immediate vicinity. So Loraphyra, you are in charge of this situation. What happens?
Oh God. Yeah, once we're in like a quieter spot, I'm gonna like position myself so that Flower Girl can mostly only like see me. So I think I have us turned so it's like her back is to the main area, or in some way I'm trying to block her from like all of that noise, the cacophony, and the bright visuals, and just trying to bring it down to just, she doesn't have to look at me, but I don't want her looking at all of the sounds. Looking at all the bright lights and colors.
You don't have to worry about that. Her eyes are locked onto you, and she is desperate for instruction.
Okay. Looking at her, I will say quietly, I want you to breathe. I understand that may be a newer thing for you at this time, or a thing that you are having to rediscover. So I want you to inhale for 5, a count of 5, hold for a count of 3, and then release for a count of 7. Can you do that?
Feel the dewdrops touching my lungs. He inhales and probably forgets for another 20 seconds.
And exhale. And Loraphyra will actually quietly just talk her through inhale, hold, exhale for several cycles until she feels like Flower Girl has gotten a rhythm.
And after a while, she'll do everything exactly as you instruct. To the letter, to the second.
Very good.
Until you tell her to stop, then she stops.
All right. So, the situation is not as bad as it looks.
It's never that bad.
Coulda-
It could be a lot worse. But it's okay. I can help.
Loraphyra actually jumps at that because she kind of lost track of the world outside of helping Flower Girl at the moment, and she'll look to see where that voice is coming from.
So, walking around this green-topped wagon is a tiefling. And the tiefling approaches you. And he has slicked back long hair and bright crimson skin. Hello, my name is Gabriel. I'm sorry to have disturbed you. Do you need help?
I think we have it for the moment.
I suppose that's fine. I'm good at finding people. Your friend was lost in the mist?
We are looking for a large cat man who apparently went tearing off into the mist.
Did they happen to have a talisman with them?
I do not believe so, if you are referencing the ticket.
Well, there's the ticket, but then there are keys, let's say, that allow you to open other doors that you want. If he didn't have one, then there's no telling where he arrived. But I can figure it out.
Possess a key? Did your lady entrust him with a key?
I don't have a key. But what I do have are friends. Connections.
I'm trying to remember if the Wild did have, or if the Catman did have something that my lady gave him. I don't think that he got anything from her directly, at least not after the Raven put things together.
When we swore ourselves to her service, she did give me that amulet.
Oh, that's right. It was an amulet of health.
An amulet of health.
Yeah. Okay. I will So thinking back, Loraphyra will, because Loraphyra has more intelligence than I do and a better memory than I do, and she will, my lady, the Raven Queen, did give him an amulet, and she will describe the amulet.
The Raven Queen, you say? Well,
Aye.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You are Shadar Kai after all.
Indeed.
An amulet. And was this amulet significant to a destination?
I do not believe it was significant to a destination specifically, but perhaps something that could be used to locate him. A magical item gives off a certain resonance.
Yes, though if one is not on the correct plane, then simple spells become moot.
Yes.
And even if you were to enter the mist at the same place that he did,
The mist is contrary.
Yes. It's chaos.
Yes. I believe that he was... But how I don't remember. How much did Yi-Ling tell us?
What?
About the circumstances of him going charging into the mist.
She basically said he went running up into the mist and that the foodstuffs merchant went after him. That's it.
I mean, that's more than we knew, than I remembered.
If it's helpful, I saw everything.
Oh. Yes, we are attempting to find him. And if you saw everything, then you likely know more than I do at this point.
I was just sitting on the steps to my wagon, and he just
I
chased
apologize.
after the
Is this
crab
yours? I do not mean to intrude.
Oh, no, it's totally fine. I've been staying with the Carnival for some time after having discovered its existence. It's fascinating.
It is that.
You want to meet someone different every day? This is somewhat of interest. This is a place. You're very interesting. Your friends are very interesting. I certainly, when I saw the great lion man walking nearby, it caught my attention. And when he went running off into the mists, I thought, well, there he goes. Never to be seen again. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case.
He does attract attention everywhere he goes.
So, full disclosure,
Aye.
I'm a Cambion of the Hells, and I can help you. Now, whether or not you would want me to help you, is a completely different situation because we have a reputation.
As do the Shadar Kai. What price are you asking?
I hadn't thought of it. But that amulet that he has could be useful.
I cannot promise anything that is owned by others. That is not my place, and nor is that a bargain that can be made.
Very well then. I'll tell you what. As a token of good faith, and I wish for future business, perhaps this one can be at a discount.
Go on.
I need you to put in a good word with Isolde. Do you think you could do that?
What word do you wish me to put in with her?
Only that I did steal your soul. I didn't make you give up your father's mother, whatever, I didn't make you give up something precious. I just wanted to help. Maybe encourage her to look more kindly upon me.
I understand the ways that one is looked upon because of a error of birth. I think I can make that bargain. And Loraphyra will hold out her hand.
Very good. He shakes your hand. No infernal contract. Nothing written in blood. Just a simple handshake.
Just the word of one sentient being to another.
It so happens I have another ticket. I will pass it on once I know the location of your friend. I'll send him back through the mists holding the ticket. And then he should arrive here. Just make sure you're here to catch him so he doesn't go chasing off of crustaceans again.
I think I can do that. Will he arrive at the entrance where we met the Barker?
Yes, at the archway.
Then I will wait for him there.
Very good. I'll let you know when I know. In the meantime, enjoy the carnival.
I will do so. Thank you.
It has been my pleasure to help.
Very kind of you.
Right. Well, I have other people I'm helping too. And, of course, I need to drop a line. So I will bid you farewell for now.
Farewell for now.
And he goes into his wagon.
All right.
Lynn looks back up to Loraphyra with a kind of amazement and says, "Your clan demands a lot of respect in these parts. Your word holds the weight of a devil's promise."
I think it helps when those of a particular nature are trying to demonstrate that they are not of that nature.
Are all of your kin attendants to the Pale Lady?
Oh, yes. We all serve the Raven Queen through life and death.
At this point, Drausken, you have caught up with the rest of the group. They didn't get far. And Yi-Ling, you may choose to have done so as well if you would like.
I don't think so.
I don't think I will.
I think she's probably gotten out of the bath, and I think most of her wounds were from abilities and not actual wounds. So she will wrap up what she has and then braid her hair much more simply, but still twist it back up into the bun and think about going to the market.
Okay, very good.
Good for her.
Well, Drausken, you catch up with the others.
Drausken?
Any sign of our furry friend?
A Cambion who saw everything that happened has offered his assistance in finding our friend. And I have accepted it.
I have not been led by my experiences so far to believe you a fool. Would you care to elaborate further on your agreement?
He wishes a good word put in with the owner of this carnival. And based on my experience, I can give it. So I made the bargain.
Just like that. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Surprisingly generous for one of his kind, but I suppose we are in strange circumstances.
We are in strange circumstances and strange times, and perhaps it is time to let go of old prejudices. Let each person prove themselves as they are.
So, Yi-Ling, you go to the Litwit market?
Well, it depends. Do we have what we had on? Does she have her things when she was alive? What she had on her at the time?
Yeah, you have the starting adventuring gear, as well as the magical item that you picked up.
Yeah, actually, as she's putting on her boots, she just kind of looks at them like, I remember these, but I also do not. And then shakes her head and dismisses the thought because it's too weird.
It's all weird.
Yeah, she's
Don't do
just
that.
taking
Don't
a lot
help
of
the
this in
shoes.
stride. She's just like, I don't know. Weird. It is all very weird. But yes, she'll check that she has some silver and gold in her pocket. She's trying to remember when she came to the carnival as a small child when her, it came to town, but there's like tokens for the carnival, and then there's the market, and I know the market from other games that I've played. You can spend gold in the market, right?
That's not clear.
Unclear. Okay. Well, let's go do some Fae bullshit then.
That's the
Now
quote
you're
of the
getting
night.
it.
Let's go do some Fae bullshit.
If Catman can do it, I can do it too.
Are we?
That's the spirit. Now you're getting it.
Can you put it?
Get
can
ready
you
for
put it,
something number 2, y'all.
Yes.
Can you put a tab on firstborn children?
You could try.
So yeah, she'll come out of the tent, like note her companions question mark in the distance, and they seem to be having things under control. So I would like a little sense of normalcy. So she's going to the market and seeing
Well,
the
Lysissa.
Lysissa.
Okay.
That's got a lot of Y's in there, I'm betting.
No, just S's and I's. It's
Oh,
like
S's
Mississippi.
and I's. Oh God. Okay, here we go.
SSI, PPI.
Great, we're going with Native American names here. Let's do it.
Lississa.
Actually, it is very much like Mississippi.
Yeah.
All right, good. Easy for me to remember.
As you approach this glowing blue ball, it appears almost like a large blueberry, with a rather rotund pixie wearing a poofy blue dress with many layers, and her hair is a huge curly cascade of wigginess, and then she has an oversized hat on top of all of that, and she literally carries a little pixie wand with a star on top.
I love her.
And she has chubby little fingers, little sausagey.
Just like me.
And right after that, she's gonna go to the horse derby.
Good day to you.
Oh, hello, good day to you as well. It's nice to meet you. My name's Lysissa.
Good to meet you, sister.
What's your name, dear?
Aren't I not supposed to give you my name?
Well, maybe not your true name, but what's the one that you know?
Very good point. As far as I know, it is Yi-Ling.
Yi-Ling. Well,
Yi-Ling.
I've heard worse. Anyway.
My mother would agree with you. But my father got to name that part of me anyway.
That's rare.
Well, he did not have a clan name that he could pass down, but my mother very much insisted.
Oh no. Well, anyway, I have a bunch of stuff here, and would you like stuff?
Yes, I'm looking for some things in particular.
All right. What are you looking for, dear?
Looking for either war paint or ladies' face paints. Or both.
Oh,
Do you have either of those?
maybe, perhaps. Maybe I do.
You do not know your own stock?
I mean, I know some things that are in my stock, but I don't know everything. There's a lot in there, you see. Oh, yes, of course. You're from the material plane. You're used to different economics. Where I come from, things are a lot more fun.
I see.
That's
no, I don't
right.
really.
I'm just going to reach into the treasure chest and provide you with something.
And
Dude, so pleased with herself. Doesn't that sound great?
just
There is nothing there. There's nothing better than the mystery box, I think.
but I will come away with something that I'm not looking for.
Well, that is just a matter of perspective, dear.
It could be a boat.
Imagine what treasures this night could bestow, and why give it away? Why decide that beforehand? That just takes all the fun out of it. You have a problem, you have something you want to take care of, so you go and you do the thing. It's meaningless. You already know the end. What's the point?
Because it depends on what the end is.
I suppose you're expecting to pay for this thing with gold as well.
Well, I'm not really sure what I'm paying for at
Oh,
all,
my
let
lord.
alone what I'm paying with.
I can't think of anything less interesting than gold, silver, or copper. Electrum's okay.
Ah.
Oh, dude, she's the worst.
I very much like
I'm
electricity
gonna
as
burn
well.
her alive. You know, the
The
next
true element
bird
of chaos.
next bird
Electro
I
is
eat
awesome.
is
You all
gonna
can
be
shut
her.
up.
Now, do you have any tokens?
I do not. Do you know where I might acquire some?
There's a lot of ways to get tokens, dearie. Haven't you gone to the sideshow, or perhaps gone to the Hall of Horrors?
I've not. This has been the second, technically third place I've been to since I've been here.
Oh, well, thanks for finally making your way around.
But I was chasing the cat, man, and it was a whole thing.
Oh, that's relatable. If you don't have tokens, I can take something else in barter. How about some of your dreams?
Like my
Not
actual dreams
your
or the thing I
aspiration.
aspired. Oh,
No, like actual dreams. Like when you're asleep, stuff happens, but I'm going to take that. And then, I mean, not all of them, some.
Are these dreams that I have remembered, or
Okay, you're hesitating on the dreams. How about the ability to speak vowels? Temporarily.
very much believe that I need that ability. I mean,
That makes sense.
some people have a hard time understanding me already.
Are there any uncommon languages you know?
Are there any uncommon languages that I know? Well, I suppose that is, but
Are you using them often? If not, I could take it off your hands.
at the moment, no. But in the future, I'm not sure.
You drive a hard bargain, you do. How about a spell? You know, can I have a spell?
Unfortunately, I'm not much one for
Oh, my.
magic.
The ability to use a certain weapon or a tool. Or perhaps,
I know.
Part of your personality?
I like my personality, I think.
Are you sure?
But
The
You're right,
chat
fools.
says trade
Someone's
away
got
some of your con.
no, I'm keeping that. Try that from a cold dead hand.
Dead boy, she needs that.
You could also always share a memory.
How about a little bit of both? My
Intriguing.
parents both, or my father very much wanted me to be well-rounded. I'm very round already, but in one way, but not in the way that he was hoping.
I don't know. I think you could use a little more.
I can see that you would say that. And I do not disagree.
I was told once to get in shape, so I chose sphere.
That is a good shape. Much better than most people think.
If it's good enough for planets
You have a very good point.
and eyeballs.
And many other things
She
besides.
doesn't have any points. She's a sphere. Come on.
You'd make a good Fey NPC as well, Andrew.
Yeah.
And
But
there's his backup character.
my father did teach me how to paint in fancy scripts called calligraphy. I didn't take much to it, but I did learn it to please him.
Oh, I've always wanted to
So-
learn calligraphy.
Well, if you can take that from me, you are welcome to it.
Oh, really?
Why not? This
Oh,
mystery
that's
box
very
sounds fun.
exciting. I'll take it very happily.
Excellent. Goodbye, calligrapher supplies.
Okay. You can no longer use that proficiency bonus. Okay.
Why would you give up calligraphy?
Yi-Ling does not give a shit about it. I was like
was
reading through the
making-
things that monks get. I'm like, whatever. So,
They want you to be
She
well-rounded. You're not just beating things up.
nah, that's all she ever wanted to do.
She makes greeting cards in her spare time.
All
Okay.
right. Let's see what you got in exchange, shall we?
Come
Are you-
on, boat.
Are you excited?
I am actually.
All right, roll a d100.
Oh jeez. Oh, how do I do that?
Aw,
Let's see.
yeah.
I literally reached for real dice again. I'm like, nope.
I mean, you can.
I mean, /R 1D100.
It's also on the icon.
It's also in the
no,
drop down.
I did it.
Nice.
69.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
You won. You won. You won.
Hey.
Just in case
Oh,
anyone
what?
wanted to see it.
Okay.
Careless Whisper starts playing in the background.
That's right.
Adam, did you just unplug your microphone or something? Because your audio
Yeah,
just changed.
Yep.
Cool.
You sounded like you were speaking into a tin can for a second.
Oh yeah, because my stomach pushed on the cord when I
Look,
was moving about.
Sphere's a great shape.
There is a great shape, exactly.
Been
Um,
there, done that.
That
I
may
think
be
it's
why I have that in the
pointless.
can. Okay.
Byron throwing in 100 hits for the D100.
Thank
I
you,
do need-
Siren.
I do need to have you roll again.
No, it's 69.
No,
It's the
that's
best
leading
roll.
to the next roll.
Oh, I see.
Now you got to get 42.
More rolls. Okay.
Life, the universe, and
65.
everything.
Not as
Okay.
exciting.
In Delta Green, that'd either be very good or very bad, depending on how good you are at the skill.
All right. What'd you get? You got a
65.
55. Okay.
What useless trinket have I won for myself?
Wow. You got a cool thing.
Ooh,
Let me see if I already
but
have it.
not useless trinket have I won.
Yeah,
for
this is
like
myself?
not a useless trinket.
Like a
Nice.
squeaky toy.
I
we
never
can
get good
distract the
stuff.
wild
Sorry.
Oh,
That would be
yeah.
very
A
good.
squeaky toy that will summon him from the mist.
Ooh.
You actually
okay.
got a bag of holding. Congratulations.
Yes!
Beautiful.
Shit,
All right,
yeah.
guys, we're set. We don't have to worry about encumbrance anymore.
Yi-Ling's the pack mule.
Good.
Yep.
Good. That's proper. That's proper.
Fantastic.
Another 100.
You know how many
bits for the
shuriken I can fit into
100
this
Hype
thing?
train
So many
incoming.
shuriken.
and an extra 300 bits to even out to 500 from Dead Boy.
Holy crap. Thank you all. Which means that we have another one in the Deadpool.
Thank you, guys. Okay,
Very
so
much.
all right. So how many? So three cards I need to give out.
500 bits. in
I
the
don't
last
think we've
10
ever
minutes, I
quite
think.
figured this out, frankly.
Okay, so I was thinking 100 bits is a card.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
So how many bits are there?
There are 300, I think. No. There's 300 from Dead Boy. We've had 100 from Siren and another 100 from Siren, so that's 5 cards. Are you sure you want to do this economy?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
He's trying to get us to use them, make things more interesting.
Valid.
Okay, were they directed to anyone specifically?
Just as long as it's not Adam. You can mean things with them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
bro.
I mean, the first two were referenced for the D100 rolls, so I would argue that's handed at
Aw.
Tanya. Oh, we also got 100 earlier from Duke League.
Thank you, Dead Boy.
Oh
All
God,
right.
Pro! What the shit?
What did he do now?
He said 500.
for
We need a
Adam.
counterbalance for Adam to use wisely. Wisely.
He's got
Oh.
such a
Balanced,
type.
as all things should be.
No, they shouldn't.
It's not unfair. He got so much last.
He got so
Come
much.
on. We
And it
almost,
was
we
so
almost died
interesting.
again.
All right, 2 cards for
was that?
Tanya. And then were the other ones directed or no?
No, it was 300. Let's make an even 500 bits. The 100, I don't remember
Interesting.
Okay.
if they were directed a particular way. Duke League, tell me if I'm wrong, please.
All right, I'm sending one to Drausken. And I better send one to Andrew because he's gonna have very little to do now.
He did that to himself.
Hey,
Am I wrong?
He just exited the game. I was like, okay.
I really didn't mean to. He has the food. I'm on the hunt. I'm getting the
Oh,
food.
That's interesting.
Okay. well,
I got peer into a fragment of the Raven's Queen's memories, currently lost to her.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
I
that could be
forgot how to-
very interesting.
Inside of the bag of holding apparently was something else.
How do I pick that up again? Gosh darn it.
Right click.
Right click. Yes, thank you, Take. All right, let's see what this other thing I got was. Looks like some sort of aiming. That was shadowless rune capable of trapping a creature of pure darkness for a time. Demons beware.
No.
If that's what that means.
We'll find out, I'm sure.
Again, there's just going to be more and more evidence that I play FromSoft games just over and over again.
Well, I'm not.
Like, what does this mean?
I'm not.
Good
unhappy
question.
with all-
We'll figure it out.
Well, there's a bonfire right over there, so if that's how it's going to be, let's visit that real quick.
I mean, we are kind of linked to this place, so it is a fire link.
Okay, so we got your raven tells you a secret from its eavesdropping in your current location.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to figure out what the cards were, and you couldn't actually.
Oh yeah,
see.
totally.
Okay.
Yeah. So just let me know when you want to actually activate one of those.
Will do.
Alrighty. Yi-Ling holds up the bag. Oh, this looks nice.
Wow, you really got something special on your first time. Usually people are horribly disappointed.
Oh, well, can you tell me what I have? I'm not certain. It's a bag?
It's a bag of holding, you numpsky.
Oh, I think my parents have told me about those. She reaches in an arm. Ho ho ho!
That's right. So you could carry all kinds of things,
Okay,
like
let's-
makeup.
If I can find some. I could fit so many shuriken in here. Closes it,
That is
puts
the
it over.
correct
Upside
answer.
down and shakes it, and they just keep falling out for like an hour.
All
I
right.
suppose I'll have
You
to find them.
also find inside the bag there was an object
Oh,
left
yeah, she'll
behind.
flip it inside out, just whatever's in there.
Okay, Yi-Ling, you get one of these.
What's this? What? What's this?
So you got another card, but it's a different kind of card.
What is this?
It is
Can I
one
read
of
this? What?
Yeah, go ahead, read it.
It's like a purple sphere, and it says, I remember the first time I met the wizards, their eyes gleaming with knowledge and ambition, promising aid in our darkest hour.
Mm.
So you hear a voice when you hold on to that. A regal tone. Feminine.
Just kind of looks at it for a moment. Many strange and unique things indeed. She'll put it back in the bag.
Very good. It strikes you that the Raven Queen might be interested in recovering lost memories.
Wow.
Might be a useful bargaining chip.
We just discovered a new kind of collectible.
Oh god, we've wandered into a Ubisoft
We
game
have-
from the From
We
Software
have
game.
Unlocked
Yeah.
another
Look,
currency.
at the end, we each have like 100,000 things that we haven't used.
Yeah, you know, gold has played such a huge role in my past games that this time I was just like, nah, you're done.
I like this. It's cool. All right. Well, this was not what I was looking for, but I think this was very fun. Perhaps I'll
Right?
do it again. Yes.
Right. So you see what I mean now. Well, I hope I get to see you again. It might not be me next time.
Oh, do you trade shifts? With...
Yep. Whoever gets here and decides that it's theirs now, they get to run it.
Is it always this chest of wonders, or is
Yes.
there ever
yes.
actual market items?
That part usually doesn't change, although the items within it might. After all, you've just taken a rather rare thing that probably won't ever be found again.
You know, sometimes you get lucky.
Sometimes. I thought you got very lucky, and I'm lucky for having met you, Yi-Ling.
Oh, and you as well. Or I'm lucky as well for having met you. It's nice to have new friends, whom I do not have to worry about.
That's right. I'm not going to go charging off into the mess unless I'm chased by a large animal.
Well, if we ever find him again, it might be exactly that large.
That
animal.
could be arranged.
I will have to find a place where I can purchase a leash. It is becoming more and more apparent that this is necessary.
Well, you could
But-
always tie the bag handles around his neck.
I am rather short, but I'll see what I can do.
Or you could put the bag part over him and put him inside. Now, don't do that for too long because he'll die. But if you do it for just long enough, don't know how long, he'll be all right.
Very useful to know.
Yes.
Watch me pull a medium humanoid out of my bag.
Keep pulling and pulling and pulling.
Turn it upside down and shake it.
Well, I
It really
suppose-
makes you wonder if life has any value or meaning whatsoever.
I
Bye.
think it-
Mm.
Very well. It was good to meet you, and I do hope to see you again, and I shall see how the search is going.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wander off and be like, damn, I really wanted to make up, but this isn't bad, I suppose.
Okay. You go and
She'll wander over and be like, hello. What is the how goes the search?
We've made an arrangement with the devil.
So good, good,
Oh.
real good, great even. That's, yeah.
I assumed that during the interim, Loraphyra was a bit more clear with the terms of
Oh,
this
honey,
arrangement.
you're assuming Loraphyra can ever be clear about anything. That is a poor assumption. As far as she's concerned, saying, I said I would put in a good word, and they said they would look for him. That was as clear as she's going to get.
It is literally impossible for her to begin a sentence that doesn't start with, let's just say.
You're not wrong.
Very cagey.
All right, so you all stand around in a circle surrounding this sharpening stone and
Well.
talk about your. Well, nothing. You just got to stand around and look at each
No,
other.
I will.
Like a
Should
bunch
I-
of jackass.
I did ask how the search was going.
Should I attend the gate? The devil said we should wait till they returned.
They said that they would let us know. He said that he would let us know when he knows more, and waiting by the gate seems unnecessary in that circumstance. I believe that right now the best use of our time is to dress wounds, get a bath, eat something, and get some rest. We will
Perhaps
we
take
will be
in
in
the carnival that we shall be using as a base of operations for some time.
Yes, my lady did indicate this is now our base of operations, so we should probably learn more about the people and the environment that we find ourselves in.
So, while our dear Shadar-kai friend here was engaging in negotiations with the devil, I couldn't help Yi-Ling but notice that you had made a bargain of your own with that fairy over there.
Oh, good. Fae and devil. We love it.
I got a new purse.
All of the packs. This couldn't possibly end poorly for us.
I did not make any pact. I traded it up, really. And this is a bag of holding, and all I forgot was how to use fancy brushes in a fancy way, so I'm quite happy.
You gave a fae your memories.
I suppose, yes.
Oh, gods above.
Not ones
I
that I
find myself in-
really needed. Or wanted, even, I mean. The time I spent with my father in the training hall was a good time.
You underestimate how quickly those will slip through your fingers.
You gave up a good memory.
No. I do not think so.
Dang, you just straight up, nah.
Well then, you may have come ahead on that one if you gave up a bad memory in exchange for such an item.
It really was a skill that I did not want or need. I still have the memories of being there with my father, but everything he taught me gone.
Do you?
At least in regards to that. Well, I don't know. Adam, you tell me.
You suddenly can't recall them.
Perhaps I lost more than I thought. However, it is done already, and I have this now, and which I believe will be very useful to us, as we will acquire things, I presume, in our quest mission thing.
If anyone knows one magic item in the entire game, it's probably the bag of holding. And so, it's useful for sure. So, in the meantime, what else are you going to do, or just wait around until the wild comes back?
Well, considering that we have already availed ourselves of the Fae and the Devil. I suppose we can start off by engaging the, what did you say, half giant? Right here?
Sure.
Oh, I've had
We should
quite.
at least
I've
get
had.
to know our bedfellows.
I suppose. I have already had interaction with said fellow. I want to see if I can find the owners of this establishment. I'm given to understand that the previous owners were of my kind, and I would like to see them.
Do you suspect that they will be in the central tent, the big top?
It's a place to start. I can look there. And if not, then I'm sure someone around here knows where they would be.
Well, far be it from me to restrain you to my side. I will speak with this gentleman here, and then I will do my best to catch up with you.
As you wish.
Well, Drausken will head over to the XXL merchant person that we have hanging out.
I would recommend taking a break relatively soon. We have been going for almost 2 hours.
Now would be fine.
Now's good?
Now's good because I can read up on this guy again.
And my headphones are low battery, so I gotta switch them out anyway. So.
Valid. Well, then we will be back very shortly, friends. Stick around. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us through our break and indeed the ad break so that we could get all of that out of our way so we could focus in on the game for a while.
Yes, that's right. Thank you so much. Last we left off, Drausken, you are approaching Hermos the half-giant, who is sitting on a log near the fire enjoying a tankard of something.
All right. Well, Drausken's just gonna kind of saunter on over there. As he's walking up, he's actually going into his satchel and pulling out a worn wooden pipe, which he starts packing with tobacco. Hello there, friend.
Well, hello there. Old timer.
I suppose.
Pull
Yes.
up a piece of log and know me better, man.
I was gonna say, dude's giving me major Christmas present vibes. I love it. Oh, know me better, man.
Well,
Where do you come
Drausken-
from? Tell
Drausken
me
will
of
take
home.
a seat. Where do I come from? Well, I suppose throughout my life I've been a great many places. Most directly, kind of a hellish spit of land known as Falkovnia, but I would not go so far as to claim that as my home.
Well, that's not. I mean, that's. Yeah. Did you say hellish landscape?
I don't believe there are many other kinds around here.
Well, I was going to have this, but perhaps you could use it more than me. And he brings out his second tankard fail, and he hands it to you.
Is it a giant-sized one?
Oh, yes.
Fantastic. Two-hand that puppy.
All right.
How is it?
It's
Giant.
it's spiced and it's warm and it has even some fruitiness to it. Yeah, it's a mulled wine is what it is.
God, that sounds
And
good.
and it's very cheery and lovely. Perhaps lighter than what you're used to. You're used to something that is to kick you in the teeth and numb your feelings. This is to remind you of home and family.
I haven't had anything of that kind of vintage in a very long time.
Well, then I guess it was time.
I guess it was. Thank
We
you.
only have so much.
Speaking of, I'm not going to take your ale. What do you do? Do you sell this? What is your
Oh no! Oh
purpose
no!
here,
No.
Anders?
I got this from Mr. Krabs.
Speaking of which,
I'm sure I am grateful for him. Before him, we never had anything so nice.
So what do you do?
oh,
Well, I manage the day-to-day. I work for Assault. I'm technically muscle. I don't really do that. I just sort of exist. So usually people don't start anything. So that's cool. Other than that, I make sure everyone, gets paid. I make sure people aren't shirking their work. I make sure that our visitors don't start things, do horrible things, that sort of,
Don't chase off your vendors.
Yeah, that's
feeling
right.
attacked.
That's right. That's right. Oh, I'll have to go back and see Mr. Krabs sooner than I thought, since I gave away the second one. Not that that's a problem, that's fine, but I just wanted to, oh man, he has the best selection we've ever had. It would be a tragedy to lose him.
We did say that there was gonna be some tragedy in this campaign. We didn't think it'd kick in this fast.
We didn't think it would necessarily be because of a player's dumbass actions, but here we are.
I am nothing if not the engine
Chaos
of
incarnate.
chaos.
So, as Drausken puffs out at his pipe, he's going to say, "So you've been here a while, then?
Oh yeah, long
Tell me of
time.
it. The people, Isolde.
Oh, I remember when Isolde first joined us long ago. We were run by those very somber Shadarkai elves. I'm not sure why such serious folk want to control a carnival, but I get taken care of. I get delicious mulled wine. My job is fairly simple to do. I get to see the other places that we like to visit and learn of their cultures and customs. It's a rich existence. Now, I remember when Isolde first joined us, she was much more cheery and upbeat, but she had this very vicious side, very concerned with revenge. And I thought, well, that's too bad, to be consumed by something so negative. And then she kind of calmed down and was able to enjoy the whimsy and pleasure of this place. And then, I don't know, it's been different lately. Poor girl, been through a lot, I guess.
Well, Perhaps this place has a way of helping take a load off of people that have darkness in their past.
Oh, yes. If you want to get away from wherever you came from, this is pretty ideal. As long as you understand how to navigate the mist, you can always have a home here.
So tell me of these other people who have a home here. The crab, I understand, is a peddler of food and drink. What of the others?
Yes, well, these people just in front of us here, they're just visitors enjoying the carnival for the first time. I create some temporary passes that invite people here when they have special need of this place. Something that will enlighten their lives in some way or challenge them. The sideshow is filled with folk who found us from where they came from and decided not to return. They are an eclectic group, to be certain. Strange, eccentric, but delightful in each of their own ways. The less savory folk have eventually found their way out, whether on their own or through my own assistance.
Speaking of less savory folk, I am led to understand that there is a devil, Cambion, in the camp.
Oh yes, well, the infernal realm, the hells, they touch everything. Whether that be these places within the Shadowfell, the Feywild, it's all connected through the weave, as you know. And so, it's natural that deal makers from various walks of life would find their way here, searching for other lost souls. But he has yet to gain any permanent foothold here. I expect he will find his way home soon.
Associate of mine said that she had to bargain with him earlier. I was hoping whether you might have some indication of whether you thought he was someone that could be trusted, or does he have the same predilections as his infernal kin?
Well, I would certainly never make a deal with a Cambion. But I haven't seen anything in writing. So, I think for a verbal deal, it could probably be okay, hopefully. Maybe not.
Well, friend, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your mulled wine.
Oh, yes.
As it seems we will be returning to this place for some time, I look forward to your company again in the future.
Well, if they're not too difficult. Once you do return, I would love to hear some tales of your valor and adventure. It does get a little dull here from time to time, despite the attractions of the big top.
Drausken kind of shifts and tugs on his tunic. Be careful what you ask for. An old man has a lot of stories. I can go on for days.
Stay a while and listen.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I will go Deckard Cain. Don't even think I won't.
He's not exactly young either, so he can...
I'm hoping you will.
You can absolutely old man at each other for hours.
Gorgeous.
At which point Yi-Ling will walk away bored. Maybe.
And at this point, Drausken does the whelp pats his legs, stands up.
Time to be hitting the old dusty trail.
The Midwest goodbye.
Well,
Well, so long, friend.
Take care of yourself. Yi-Ling, where did our friends move off to?
Yi-Ling, having not been invited to sit down, was just standing behind, like, at bodyguards at ease the whole time, just listening. I believe Mr. Skyner went after, what's his name? Loraphyra.
No, we should probably do the same before we lose any more of our compatriots to wild whimsy.
I feel like that will not be the last time that will happen, if we find the Catman, of course. Although Lynn herself ran off very quickly, so could still be a thing.
Loraphyra, what are you doing?
Making my way down and around, looking at the big top, coming down toward the entrance of it. I have this feeling that Lynn is going to be Velcroed to me for a while.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
Having so much fun together.
And I
Just
would
about until she gets to this cart here.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I would look at the big top, but I also feel like I see Shadar Kai over here. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Then I would be like, oh, good. The people I was looking for. And make my way over toward that table.
Okay, but Lynn, you say you stop?
Right about here, yes.
Yep.
Well, you see an old woman with stringy white web-like hair and an elongated nose and chin, green skin covered in warts, and long bony fingers with claws on the end. She seems to be working with some lotions and potions.
It's about when she stops in front of this stall is when she stops shadowing Loraphyra, as she is kind of stopped by the immediate sensation of scents. She just kind of closes her eyes for a second and inhales, peering at the bottles and vials laid out at the table with kind of curiosity and awe.
Oh, hello, dearie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, aren't you an interesting specimen? What a lovely hat you have.
Thank you. My lady chose it for me.
And is that a paper talisman attached to your hat?
Instinctively, she kind of clutches to it as though she were checking to see if it had fallen off, and she says, yes. Yes, it's,
Pray
It's very
tell,
important.
what does it mean? Oh,
in a ways, it is the contract. It is what binds me to the service of my lady.
your lady. Is your lady here in this place?
No. At least I think she's not. And
Okay.
she looks, eyes darting in every direction.
You seem a little troubled, my lady. What can Madame Mildred do for you?
I'm sorry, just everything is so different.
Why do you apologize?
I don't mean to make you uncomfortable. I don't mean to misspeak. I don't mean to...
Oh, it's all right, dear. Calm yourself. You haven't done anything to offend me. You've done nothing wrong. Here. Have a sup of this.
She hands you a golden vial. And her arm is like crazy long. Like she is sitting above you on this stand. So she's like a good, like, another 5 feet above your head. And her arm just keeps going as she hands this thing down to you.
I take the vial. I take no notice of it. It's not that weird. Come on, guys.
And then she
And
gently lets go and brings her arm all the way back up, almost reeling it in like a rod.
he pops the cork. And for a while, just sort of inhales and takes in the fragrance. Can I tell what it's made of?
Give me a wisdom check.
May I make medicine or herbalism instead?
Yes, you may. So the concoction is foreign to you, but it has it reminds you of strong spirits, like whiskey or a very strong sake. But then there is a sourness.
Oh, don't worry,
So-
dear. It's perfectly safe, I assure you.
As she's sort of eyeing the fluid in through the glass in the vial, she just kind of strokes her chin and says, "Do I detect just a pinch of honey and ginseng?"
Honey, yes. Ginseng. I don't favor it. As far as roots go. Do you need something perhaps more foreign to where you come from? You see, the salve that you need is not for a wound or a disease, but it is pain of the heart that you carry.
I mean, I don't feel pain.
Oh, perhaps it's because you don't know the difference. But for a moment, you could feel courage. Would you like that? To feel courageous? I would like it, if you would.
Does my lady need me to be courageous? What must I be courageous for?
So that you may know the difference.
She bites her lip, looking at the vial one last time before she pressed it to her lips and tilted it back.
Okay. You gain 5 temporary hit points, and you cannot be frightened for 1 minute or 10 minutes.
Heroism.
Well, free?
Eh.
The
Of
first
course.
one's always free.
Mine was.
Oh, my dear, it looks like you're back for the 73rd time. Methinks you might have a wee addiction, eh?
But ma'am, I filled out my stamp card.
Right? I get a free sandwich.
So as this thing starts to fill your veins and change your heart rate, suppress your anxiety, and to fill your brain with just a crap ton of serotonin, you suddenly feel perhaps as you did when you were youngest, carefree, ready to face the world, a feeling you have not experienced in the majority of your life.
Such warmth as I've never felt in such a long time. Such vibrant colors fill my eyes, such that I've never seen in many memories.
What's your name, dear?
My name is Ling Mingyao.
Lin, I must remark that you are one of the prettiest young ladies I've ever seen. And you hide behind your hair and your hat. You should be proud of who you are. You're like a rare flower.
Oh, that's just not true.
Well, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. But to me, it's true. Now, if you ever need anything else again, you know where to find me. But take that as a gift and as a hello.
Well, if that is the custom, then hello. And she just kind of meekly bows her head. And she says, I'm a student of botany. You see, I work with flowers. I see that you deal in tonics and medicines.
Oh, yes. Flowers, of course, are beautiful. They smell nice. But as you well know, they have many other uses as well. But I could do more than work with flowers. I can work with feelings. I can work with intention. Memories, even.
Memories.
Once you learn how to open your mind to such magic, the only limit becomes your imagination. Tell me, Len, would you like to learn these arts?
You would apprentice me.
Of course I would. You are talented and beautiful. And very kind, humble, and frankly, you could use some assistance. You've been hurt and abused, neglected, shamed. Allow me, Madam Mildred, to provide you with succor. I will take you into my loving embrace and teach you everything you need.
I you honor me with your kindness and your offer and your knowledge. I have nothing to give, but if there's anything I could service you with,
Oh,
Well, there is one thing. Right, oh no, we've only just met. It's too much to ask.
quit smirking like that.
I don't have this.
I see you
Run
hiding
away.
behind the thing he's me.
This is why he hides behind his
would-
pop filter.
I love it.
He's like, he's having such a good time.
It's
I
so
would
fun
not-
to be an old woman.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, Mrs. Doubtfire. It's literally all I
Yep, it's
hear.
on
is
the
we're like,
way.
"Kitty."
Let Chris have his scene.
Yes.
I would not ask my elders to bequeath me such knowledge without some kind of repentance. Allow me to earn this tutelage.
Very well. Then let us start with a mere trifle. You see, I believe that as you find yourself in this place, you must be on a great adventure. And you're going to go and see many wondrous things that poor Mildred could no longer stand to go. My knees, you know, and hips, ankles, pretty much anywhere where bones meet. Not what they used to be. So, I would love to see the world through your eyes. Or more specifically, your eye?
Oh. Is that all?
That's all. Just one of your eyes. I'll take it, and I'll put it right back. After I've covered it with another salve of mine own.
I'll be just a moment. She turns around and she begins prying open her eyelids with one hand and taking her thumb.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Well, usually I do that. Oh boy.
That just came out of nowhere.
She's hardcore.
Oh damn! Oh,
And
there
with-
you go.
And slipping the curve of her clawed thumb just underneath the fold, just in one slick pull of the thumb. Do you need a bag or a jar or something?
Oh, no need.
She reaches her hand all the way down and has two clawed fingers and plucks the eye from you. And she puts it in a little basin and she pours some stuff on it.
And bibbity, boppity, boop. All right, here you are. Just stick it right back in. The optic nerve will repair itself. What with the troll blood I put on it.
Oh, thank you. That sounds very good. As she again pries the eye socket open, and very gingerly with her thumb just gives it a few blinks, lets the eye roll back into place,
Wonderful.
and just
And we're going to give you one more.
Nobody
Chris.
better yell at me about my deal anymore.
I was like, I'm feeling better
Oh.
about having just
Don't
ran
worry.
heedlessly
This-
into the mists.
There are
This
some
group
This is
major
awesome.
there are some
There-
major advantages to being not in person. I can just take my headphones off and be like, nope, I can't do eye shit.
Content warning on the Twitch.
Oh man,
Oh,
the chat
sorry.
is great right now.
I mean, that was amazing.
They're all
Throw
about
those
it.
cards at me if you have to.
Chris, you are all game, man. This
Oh
is
no,
Oh.
here's the advantage.
Wow.
I don't have to hear it, and it doesn't bother other people as much as it bothers me. So I just like, nope, thank you, Dane, for giving me the thumbs up when it was done.
I got you.
I also
Appreciate
gave you
it.
another card, Chris. Thank you. That was fun.
Oh, cool.
Ben was someone who did the Hag's idea. Like, that's so cool.
Anyway, you now have
Terrifying.
disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight.
Valid.
Yeah.
But you know, on the plus side, your eyeball is soaked in troll blood. So,
Yeah.
you know,
What?
We're at the HSA, the Hag Surveillance Agency.
She's kind of winking her left eye a bit, trying to just kind of blink it out, and she just says, "Does the tint ever go away?"
Oh, the tint? Oh, sure. Yeah, probably.
You just gotta adjust
Okay,
your settings.
That would be a little inconvenient. Thanks.
No trouble at all. I have always wondered what it would be like to see the world as a tiger. Well, anyway, it was my pleasure. And let us start you on a primer. I have in my possession a book. When you take your rest, be sure to read a page, one chapter, whatever you can get through. And once you have completed the book, conduct the experiments within, and then return to me. I will test your knowledge, and we will continue from there.
Yes, thank you. I gratefully accept.
Very good. It was my pleasure to be of assistance to you, my apprentice.
And
What?
Again, just sort of straightens her posture and bows her head very low.
So, in addition to having partial blindness, you have learned your first trick, and you can, once per short rest, cast heroism on yourself or on someone else without expending a spell slot.
Ooh.
Dang.
nice.
Right, well, I'm busy, so off you go.
Was it a short rest?
Short rest, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, not bad. It's like a warlock.
Almost like somebody that might have a patron. Almost.
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 You will show me the world.
Shining, shimmering splendor. Alright, what kind of
While I
deal
sit
is
here in the safety of my little wagon.
little Vardo? Now, what
I
kind of
think
deal is
Loraphyra-
Loraphyra making now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
let's-
think Loraphyra's rolling up on her Shadow Kai homies.
That's right. And so we go to Loraphyra, who is approaching a table where two, I would say stoic Shadow Kai, but that would be redundant.
Yes.
Stand flanking the an Eladrin who
Oh.
is counting some money, writing some information down in a ledger, and she kind of peeks up as you approach,
Mm-hmm.
as do the other two.
And I will, like, circumvent around the table a bit when I see they're doing, like, money stuff, because people get touchy about money. But I will, sketch a appropriately courteous bow and greet them in Sylvan.
Greetings to thee, sister in darkness.
And you are greeted by a completely balded woman who has a chain wrapped around her torso, covered in spikes. She's not bound by them. This is how she carries them. You're familiar with the shadow dancers.
Mm.
And so you recognize this person as having the bearing and mark of this particular profession. On the other side is a gloom weaver with longer hair and more traditional elven features, but with that pale grayness that comes from having spent the majority of one's life in the Shadowfell.
Dancer with shadows, weaver of gloom. It is a true pleasure to meet you.
You are sent by Our Lady.
I am.
You are Loraphyra. You said that, right?
No, I didn't, but it wouldn't surprise me if they knew that.
You must be Loraphyra.
I am.
This is Isolde. She is the proprietor of this place and your liaison.
We'll sketch it appropriately courteous. Curtsy to Isolde. A pleasure.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. The pleasure is all mine. I am Isolde. Welcome to the Carnival.
Thank you.
Have you been enjoying? I'm sorry, foolish question. You're not here for sightseeing or for diversion.
Correct. Although the diversions are quite lovely in their way.
Well, I don't suppose you would prefer to run the carnival while I go live a life outside of it.
Regrettably, as kind as that offer is, I have a mission from the Lady of the Ravens.
Of course. Well, I am familiar with your mission. And I understand that the lady can be difficult to communicate with. So, I imagine you must have many, many questions.
Do we not always? Yes. I am unsure where we are even going at this particular moment. I am unsure how best to navigate the exchange system on this lovely boat. And I am also handling one of my companions running off into the mist.
One of your...
Aye.
Of course.
Of course. Alianan, the lady chose him for... only she knows why.
She is, after all, inscrutable.
Quite.
Anyway, have you got a new talisman yet?
I have not.
Well, you'll need to get one. In order to get to where you mean to go and not to some random place, you will need a mist talisman. Do you know what that is?
It is an item that is keyed to a specific location within the mists.
That is correct. That
Much
is
as
correct.
a tuning fork with a teleportation spell.
Now, normally we would travel based on my own whims, from location to location. But in this case, your lady has bid and paid handsomely for our services, so we shall travel with you, and we shall escort you. And then, when you are ready to leave, you will return with a ticket and gather for yourself a new talisman. For now, do you know how to get one?
I believe there are ways within this carnival.
That is right. Mostly through Litwick Carnival, or Marketplace, sorry. In order to do that, you will need to earn tokens.
Very well.
I recommend the sideshow as well as the House of Horrors to procure these tokens.
I see. Very well. Have you any words of wisdom?
You probably don't know quite what you're dealing with just yet. You've been sent to take care of certain individuals of interest, yes?
That is a fair way of assessing the situation, yes.
However, you know that if you do so in a blunt fashion, that these persons will simply return from whence they came.
Aye, as one such member has done repeatedly with his particular domain until very recently.
Until very recently. And what is that difference? It is this. They don't know what has happened to them. There is a veil of ignorance that lies over their faces and blinds them to the truth. You must make them see that truth. And once they have seen it, once they are faced with it, they will become vulnerable, and it is then that you must strike. But the way to get them to see this is unique to each of them. And so, as any good tactician would do, you must first know your enemy.
I understand.
Good. Good. If there's anything else that we can do. Now, the only difference is where you come from, Loraphyra. So you don't have one. A target, specifically. But there is something there that is preventing the shroud from finishing its business. You must find what that is and allow it to end. Allow the shroud to devour the rest.
It has been a very long time since I have been there. Since I was removed from that realm.
Its creeping death moves slow, slower than your lady would prefer. But you know that this shroud is not the end. It will become new, added to her domain, added to your domain. You are one of the inheritors of her kingdom. So says Nepenthe in my ear.
Her will be done.
Well, I'm glad this is happening, although I suppose it means the end of my way of life at some point. But change is... I crave it. And try as I might, I cannot seem to leave or to stay gone long. Destiny has tethered me. So, I welcome it.
I am told that the truest of nature is change, and perhaps that is different for Eladrin than it is for Shadar Kai. I understand the Feywild is nothing but change.
How I long for that place. It has been so long. I can't remember what happened. Not your problem, of course. Apologies.
Our lady is the lady of memories. Perhaps at some point yours will be restored. Though whether, I caution, whether it is for good or ill, memories are what memories are.
There is nothing more precious, more meaningful than memory. Memory is everything. At least, that is what Nepenthe says. And she assures me that you will have what you need and that I will regain what I long for in my service to you, so I will do everything I can for you. I pledge you my service.
I accept it, and gladly. May we work together in this endeavor.
Well, get a token, find a talisman, bring it to me, and then I will strike our sets, and we shall hie to our new destination.
So shall it be.
The two nod at you, the two Shadar Kai, and they say, "In her name."
In her name. I'll start to walk away and then be like, and then come back. I did have one matter to discharge with you, Lady Isolde.
Speak.
There is a Cambion who has asked that I speak a good word for him.
Truly.
Aye.
What was his name?
And Loraphyra just kind of stops for a minute and, tries to recall. the Cambion in the
Quiet,
cart.
soft-spoken type.
Aye, cart with the green roof. I have not committed his name to memory yet. It is not earned as of yet.
His name is Gabriel.
Ah,
And I suppose we shall be seeing more of him.
my lady has chosen as one of my companions a impetuous Leonin who went dashing into the mist.
Yes.
And this Cambion has offered his help in retrieving him. And I said I would speak a good word for him, that there was no signing of a name or exchanging of blood, merely a handshake and a verbal promise.
Well, at the very least, I know you know how to keep a promise.
Oh, yes.
Very well. The good word is heard, and therefore I shall allow him his request to stay. The only condition that I had put on his many requests was that one person, knowing that he was who he was, would vouch for him.
I can vouch that as far as he has dealt with me, he has dealt honorably. Should that change, the conditions do as well.
It is done. Thank you, I suppose. Be so careful when speaking with him again.
Very much so. I have learned much of bargains in my long life.
There's a fiend that I search for. I have been searching for so long. He is known only as the Caller. Perhaps it is time. If it is the will of your lady to have revived these ones, and
So it
destiny
seems.
has unfolded as it has, I must imagine that she would have known this in her wisdom, and therefore I will avail myself as well, and finally gain the knowledge I need. Sorry.
I echo your concern. Be very careful.
Is there anything else?
No, that is all.
Good day.
Good day.
So, Yi-Ling.
Yeah.
Guess who shows up?
Catman?
It's Gabriel.
Oh. I didn't meet this guy. I have no idea who he is.
Hold on a moment. We have an ad break. Also, please try really hard to not turn off your video, because it does mess with things.
Yeah, sorry about that. My browser just kind of bugged. I needed to restart.
It happens. No worries.
What do you mean you haven't met him?
I wasn't here when they were speaking to him earlier. I sort of came up after he went back in.
Yeah, it was Lynn and
Loraphyra.
Loraphyra. Yeah.
Oh, it was Lynn that made the deal. I thought it was
Lynn.
Yi-Ling.
She was in the
Loraphyra made the
bathhouse
deal.
with me.
Loraphyra made
That's
the
right.
deal.
With Gabriel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
That-
she said
that
she
was
put
the
in a good
handshake.
word.
Oh, that's
Right.
right. Okay. Oh man.
Remember, he respected the fact that she is a Shadow Kai.
Kai.
That's the only
That's right.
reason why her word holds any weight.
Why did I think it was Yi-Ling? Anyway,
I made a deal with the fairy.
that's right.
Hopefully,
That's right.
hopefully the least worst deal of the night.
that was-
Drausken, now you gotta go find
That one
someone
was
to make a
exactly
deal
what it seemed like.
Also, we are back. Apologies for the ad break and apologies for having to shuffle some windows around.
So Gabriel appears to you, speak of the devil,
with. Ha!
And he shall appear.
and he shall appear. Your companion is traveling back through the mist and shall arrive at the archway, as we discussed. So, you can go meet him.
Sorry, is that to me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to reshuffle things around. I wasn't listening.
So, Gabriel appeared and he told you that the wild is on his way and will be reappearing at the archway.
Lovely. Thank you very much. And I have fulfilled my end and spoken a good word for you to Isolde.
Thank you so much for that. I will be here on a more permanent basis now, thanks to your word. And so you can avail yourself of my services should you need.
I may well do so. But,
Good.
But handle yourself with caution. There are those who would believe immediately the worst of anyone.
Oh, I am well aware, but I hope that I have dealt honestly and justly with you, and that you will see that and understand that we're not all alike.
Thus far, you have. And I give you the same consideration I do anyone. The right to earn your name in my memory.
That is a very interesting way to put it. I shall remember it. Thank you. Well, look for the red in the green.
I shall do so. And I'll make my way up toward the archway to wait for the wild.
All right. The wild appears here. And with 2 pheasants.
Oh!
Well, rather, I guess 1.5 pheasants.
And no crabs.
And no, does Mr. Crab show up?
Well, you were able to get the pheasant from the crab. I want to ask you, the wild,
Oh, no.
if you had been able to catch
Oh no!
Mr. Krabs, would you have made a meal of him as well?
No. I just want to chase the food.
Gotcha.
I want it to be more entertaining. You know, it's
Right.
not so fun if he just hands it to me.
That's right. So you, after grabbing it, you turned around and he was gone in the mist. So, and then the next thing you knew, you had arrived in some strange world that was mostly sand and dunes. And then a cloaked figure with red skin brought you another ticket and sent you back the way you came. And then the next thing you knew, you were here.
Oh. I have caught my birds. I am less hungry than I was before. Where is the crab?
Drausken, you and everyone else can just be there if you want. We can expedite
We all
that.
feel cold shiver go up our spines. We're like,
Oh yeah,
So
no.
feel
Loraphyra
free.
would have spread the word as she walked over to the archway.
Yeah, I assume
Close
you
all the
would've-
exits. Surround the perimeter. It's a lockdown.
Do we have to?
Loraphyra is going to stalk up to the cat man, just radiating cold anger.
He looks down.
She's going to look up at him, arms crossed.
Your fury is palpable. No, he doesn't know the word palpable. I can feel your fury. It is good.
You are here.
Andrew's
Cat-
struggling with reducing his vocabulary.
I can't do it. It's so difficult.
Catman, you are here because I made a bargain. Had I not done so, you would be left to wander the mists. Alone. Forever.
I was not in the mists.
You would have
I
been.
was around.
Silence!
Sand. Hey!
Shut your mouth.
He starts growling under his breath.
Loraphyra's shoulders roll back and her black eyes seem to like their lightning strikes across them.
He crouches down low so he can look her right in the eyes. Don't test the wild.
Do not test the representative of your alpha.
Okay.
My lady brought you back to life. She stands in command of you, and I am her representative.
I was hungry.
I
and the
don't
food was
give
running.
a shit. In this time, in this place, there are rules. And if you cannot abide by them, then I will make sure that you are never brought back to life again.
What rules?
Learn them. That is your first test. You are an intelligent being. Find out what the rules are. Or are you not intelligent? Do you only live by the paw and the claw?
It has worked so far.
Are you worthy of my lady's attentions or not?
He doesn't even answer that.
She holds the power of your life and death, and so do I. Do this again, and I will not make sure that you come back.
If I may,
Drausken.
it is said that if a soldier is unable to follow a command, the fault first lies with his commander for failing to have explained it properly.
And then he will look at the wild.
However, if he should fail to follow the order again, then the fault is his own. I
See?
think if there are rules, perhaps they should be explained clearly, so that we all know what is going on. Our queen was silent on the exact circumstances of our situation. If you know more, perhaps you should share that with us.
The Carnival is its own set of rules. I am yet learning them. That said, there are rules within society, such as you pay for your food as opposed to chasing it down.
What do you pay with?
That is one of the rules to learn here. I am still learning that. It is different here. And I understand that the rules are different than you may understand. And frankly, as do I. I am learning these rules too. I have spent my life in the Shadowfell. All of this color and light and sound is foreign to me. As society is, I think, to you.
Live in wild.
You don't
My
anymore.
life.
You don't anymore. Adapt or die. Those are your choices.
Easy choice.
I am learning the rules. You are welcome to learn them with me.
Your best bet is to stick close to us and do not wander, and listen when we tell you things. Such as not to run off into the mist, which multiple people have told you not to do.
Lynn
Miss-
steps forward. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Lynn steps forward. Perhaps because of the heroism spell. Looking the wild in the eyes and kind of reaching a hand out to the side of its face, and she just calmly asks, "Do you still hunger?"
He looks down at the pheasants. Well, 2 birds left. Had to eat, then not hunger. Hunt?
She reaches her hand past where the pheasant is and kind of touches the side of his face and says, "There will be no need to hunt. There will be no need to chase. Stay with us, won't you?"
No need to hunt. No need to chase. Hunt is fun. Chase is fun. Didn't mean to run to mist. Thought crab would run around. Wanted to chase crab, catch crab, take pheasant, eat pheasant. Easy. More fun than coward option. Buy with something.
She begins like
Buy
softly.
with effort.
Lynn begins softly shushing and kind of working her hand to scritch under the chin.
Oh. Oh. And he kind of crouches down more and like turns his head a little bit so the scritching gets like behind his ear, and you just hear this kind of rhythmic rumbling start coming out of his chest.
Yi-Ling wonders under her breath. Oh, now we are learning something as well.
Lynn found the off button.
Go to sleep, big guy. The sun's setting.
The sun's getting real low.
Getting real low.
She leans into whisper. She says, "Let us care for you, and you in turn can care for us in the way that you only can."
You have deal, small one. You also have nice fingers, even though you kind of stink like death. But me like you anyway. The wild like you. You good. And he pats her on the head.
How much XP do I give Lynn for defeating the wild? That's what
Well, you know,
what are the rules for that?
a level 5 player character that's like a CR 10.
Milestone, so level up time.
Oh man, that is how you defeat the cat, though. Excellent, guys. That was good. I appreciate that we could have a tense moment of disagreement, but we could keep it in character and focus on making the story good. Yes,
With all of the love in
exactly.
the world.
Secret ingredient, baby.
Absolutely.
right.
Laura
It
Fear
takes-
is annoyed with the wild, but Tiana Ren loves Andrew to
What?
pieces.
When you shouted, I was like, Jesus. Okay.
I was like,
I-
we're going
Like,
there.
okay.
I am not a loud.
Juicy.
I am not a loud person, so sometimes you gotta hit
enough.
that button.
You know, it's all
Mm.
part of that mom vibe again. You know, because you
Fuck
did
here,
your-
young man.
You did your mom voice.
Sit.
You did
Players-
you wagged your finger.
If players aren't yelling at each other in a Domains of Dread game, what are they even doing?
It's true.
Probably running
It's
for
just
their
getting
lives.
real here.
It's true. Also running for their lives.
It's just nice to have mature players doing mature things. Thank you. Okay, but also breaking that that tension. It's also very important.
Very well done, Chris. Lynn.
Yes.
Stars.
All of y'all. Like,
Maybe
one.
because of the heroism, but
this has been very good.
Sorry, I'm gonna be
Um,
taking that heroism shot every single time.
Valid.
He's gonna have an IV bag just
You know,
right into her arm.
You know what your arc is going to be? Realizing that you didn't need it, and it's like Dumbo's feather.
Guide you all along.
that's like most stories.
The potion was just water.
And honey.
And a little ginseng.
Well, yeah, you gotta
A
give it.
little troll
You gotta
blood.
give it that zing.
No, it was legit a potion of heroism. She didn't have time to concoct something to actually screw over your life.
She'll do
Oh,
that
you did that
another
on your own,
time.
right?
Okay.
Look,
so-
I get med school, and the only tuition was an I.
Pretty good deal, honestly.
And you got it back.
And you
I
got it back.
mean-
exactly, cash back.
I cringe, but if I could get into medical school with the equivalent of an eye, I'd do it.
Of course. Of course. Give up your eye, be set for life. Okay.
All right.
Don't
So
need depth perception.
Then you could be a doctor with an
Yeah,
eye
just don't be a
patch.
surgeon.
It's just a win-win.
so now you still have a task you need to complete. You need to get a Mist Talisman and you need to go. But in order to get that Mist Talisman, you need a token.
All right. Well, with the tension being appropriately diffused, Loraphyra will pass along the places that we can get the tokens in order to get the talisman, in order to go where we need to go. It's like
What is token?
It's like a quest.
yeah. Loraphyra is rubbing her temple, just like. There are days when I wish that following my lady could be so much easier, and yet here we are.
These-
Lynn is just going to explain to the wild. Do you know how you follow your prey by scent?
Mm-mm.
We're going to acquire a scent.
So good. What's that?
Of one
Show
that
me
needs
scent.
the scent of one that needs hunting.
Tokens are a form of currency here in the carnival.
Be calm. You will have your hunt. You will have riches. I promise you.
We need token. Token to get talisman. Talisman to go.
Indeed.
Why we no find talisman and just take talisman?
Because this is part of living in a society. In order to receive the thing that we need to give them the thing that they want.
That's silly.
Yes, but that's society.
But that's society.
Society's silly.
Yes, and the sooner that we get through what we're doing, the sooner you can leave it behind forever.
Surely in
You
nature.
see. Oh, the wild have idea. Look,
Oh no.
see my pheasants.
Yeah.
I tell Mr. Crab. I tell him. I know pay with money. I pay with chase. I chase, I get. So, we find talisman person. I say, you run with
No.
talisman.
No.
If I catch,
No.
I keep talisman.
No.
It good idea.
The
Work once.
crab has not returned, which means that they are lost in the mist because you chased them out there away from their stall.
I only thought he would run around here. His mistake going into mist.
All right, we're going around a little bit, guys. Let's
Let's
move
set
on.
aside. Setting. We aren't going to chase our proprietors, but the wild is not entirely off mark. Are we able to barter in favors here?
Yes.
You can give up memories.
No.
Then...
I have so precious few left. I have none to give.
Oh, calm, Mr. Gardner. Why don't we go to the sideshow, where we were first told to go? I don't really want to go to a house of horrors. We've seen enough horrors today.
We are
The
still
wild
new.
not scared. The
We-
wild go see horrors. The
Well
wild
then.
show them horrors.
Well then, Catman, why don't you and I go to the House of Horrors? And if you go chasing people into the mist, you and I are going to have words, and none of them will be the Queen bless you.
The wild promise no more chasing into mist.
Good.
Drausken is going to look over at Loraphyra and raise an eyebrow with the "Are you sure?" look.
She's just gonna shrug a little bit.
Why don't you take the two to the sideshow? I'll take the wild to the House of Horror. How bad could it be? Harold's
Very
supposed to
bad.
still
Very bad, actually.
Horrors are not generally good, so...
A House of Horrors in a place that travels through the mists is likely to be very personal. And Flower Girl, you and I only just got you calmed down a little bit ago. Now, you seem to have a different demeanor about you.
The wild like.
Am I?
Aye.
You're not
She
this
kinda-
frightened this before.
She kind of tilts her head. It's about that time you notice that one of her eyes is a little pink and twitchy and might be bleeding ichor.
Loraphyra's gonna, move faster than I think any of you have seen her move as she moves up to look at that eye.
Well, the eye, it almost looks like pink eye when you look at it, but no, that's not quite it.
The wild was just thinking she had conjunctivitis.
It
What?
is. There's pus buildup around, which is actually a sign of healing.
Is everything all right?
So it's as if her eye was damaged somehow and then started to repair.
What has happened?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Just look her dead in the eyes. Don't lie to me.
Listen, it's fine. Me and the elder were just talking botany.
Lynn. What happened?
Hold on.
What elder do
Real
you speak
quick.
of?
The wild is gonna dig in a few of his little packs, and he's gonna reach into his pack and pull out a little box. He's gonna flip open the box, and if anyone looks inside, they'll see few little containers and such that don't look like they've really been opened. But he also pulls out a little mirror. Lynn, look at your eye. It looked bad.
I mean, that's just what it does, right? I mean, it'll get better.
What will get better?
It's not the first time I've plucked my eye out of its socket. So you don't have anything to be concerned about.
I take my eye off of someone for 2 seconds!
And they take their eye off of them.
I was thinking it too.
You seem to often be in well, I don't know you that well, but you do not seem
Listen.
whole. Is that normal for you?
I don't really know how to answer that. Every time I awake, I feel I'm someone different. Or I'm someplace different. But not now, though. Now feels warm. Now feels colorful.
Well, be that as it may, I suppose what is done is done. We should seek these tokens.
I assure you this is going to work out. All she offered was apprenticeship, and I will levy as much knowledge as I gain from this toward our efforts.
Who did?
Your lady will be pleased.
Who offered you apprenticeship?
The medicine woman.
Noted. Thank you.
Then learn to be doctor. That good.
Depends on who's doing the teaching.
Lin, who teach you?
Well, there's the medicine lady, and then she's kind of lost in thought for a second. She's even going through her bag, her stuff, and looking through all of her her kits, and she has like a set of like medicine mixing tools and stuff, and she says, I don't remember, but I make medicine.
You make medicine. Medicine lady make medicine. Why you not go back to your medicine lady teacher and say, hey, fix my eye. Need medicine for eye. Eye making goo.
It's fine.
It not fine. It gross.
It'll heal.
Well, if it does not, then we will worry about it.
Just remember to breathe, Lynn.
Right. And then she starts breathing.
Why don't we go and see about gathering these tokens? Since that seems to be that seems to be what we need to do. So, I am inclined toward the House of Horrors.
I follow.
Very well.
I am not inclined toward it, but I think we should stick together.
I keep
this
saying
time.
I. He doesn't use the word. He doesn't use I.
It's so much shorter to say I than the wild or
It
me.
Either Ronnie Kenshin this one.
Well then, shall we?
You make your way around the southern edge, towards the whitish, off-whitish tent called the Hall of Horrors. As you go inside, what you see is a wall-to-wall collection of jars. And I'm trying to think. Lynn would probably recognize them as being for preserved biological specimens. Formaldehyde. With various strange, ugly beings within.
Smell bad.
an old man appears from behind a bench, a counter, I should say. Wild hair, receding on the left side. He's wearing spectacles. He is a graying beard. And he wears a tattered old suit.
Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Bakali. Welcome to my Hall of Horrors.
Good.
Please
Good
don't
day.
break anything.
As he's saying that, the wild is like just like starting to nudge one of the jars on
oh,
its
no.
shelf.
Reaches over and
He's
like
batting
just
it.
puts his arm down. Do not touch anything here, please. It could be dangerous or bad for your health.
In several ways.
Anyone here have a dancing light spell that we can just like have the cat chase the laser pointer?
Good day, Professor. We are seeking a token, and we're told that this was a place that we could obtain such.
Oh, yes. Well, my problem is that these are my specimens, the homunculi, if you will. But I like to call them Professor Picari's pickled punks, because they're nasty little things. If you let one out of a jar, it will run amok and do horrible, mischievous things. And it so happens that every now and then one does get away. And I think there's at least one. I think there was at least one who's running around. So if you could find him, I'll give you a token.
What does it look like?
Oh,
Hold on. Let me find out what it looks like, and then we can get you on the scent, and you could be all over that.
we know she wear blue. Sell things over.
No. Oh God, no, not that one. It's not her. She's very
No.
nice. All right. And also, she wears clothing. These are like little naked fat things. Right?
What's wrong with naked fat things?
He holds up one of the pheasants that don't have feathers.
What?
You at least usually
Aye.
wear clothes.
What are you trying to say?
Do you have the jar that it escaped from, or anything that where our friend the cat can pick up a scent?
Oh, that's perfect. Here you go. Here's an empty jar, and you could just put them in the jar. I'll put in the liquid after, and you can just take care of it. And then when you bring it back to me, I'll pay you with your token, or I'll give you 100 gold if you prefer. Either way.
Token, I think.
Oh, good.
Do you have
Anyway.
anything with this thing scent upon it?
Well, they all pretty much smell the same. So,
May we borrow one of these temporarily to give him the scent to follow?
oh, hold on. This one died. Here you go. That way he won't escape.
Catman,
You have your hunt.
find the thing that smells like this that isn't in here.
And he just takes a big noseful.
All right. Smells like vinegar, but also it smells like it smells like uncooked fat.
I don't like that.
And yeah. And like a sweet maple syrupy scent with old cheese. So enjoy.
So he gets a nose full, and then he starts kind of questing for the smell.
The first thing you notice is that it smells like him, like the professor.
Smell like you, little lad.
Oh, well, I don't know why you would say that. I have nothing
Because
to do
it
with.
smell like you.
Oh, God, don't hurt me. Please don't.
You.
Oh.
How did you get out of jar? And how did you fit in jar?
Oh, I was never in a
before?
jar. I was born.
Don't lie.
Okay, I'll tell the truth. I'll tell you. Roll intimidate. Oh yeah, that works.
22.
22.
Jeebus.
While he's looking at him, he nudges one of the jars on the shelf again.
Once again, just reaches
Tell
up.
me.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Loraphyra knows what he's doing. He's not touching that.
I may have performed an experiment on myself, which caused me to grow them from my body.
Like tumors?
That's right, like tumors.
But you still
Lynn-
But I can take them off.
Oh.
Look, I've got half of one growing right here.
Nope. Keep your
Oh.
shirt on.
Okay.
Lynn has leaned down to the
It
empty.
was a house of horrors. after
True.
all.
Truly.
Oh,
Yeah, and as you can see, this has happened a few times.
How
A few
many jars
hundred.
are there?
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably like 200 jars in this room.
Holy
Lynn
crap.
Lynn leans
fungus
down
machine.
to the empty jar that's there and kind of just takes a finger of the stuff that's scraped off the bottom. She gives it a smell, and she begins saying to herself just out loud, "You've taken the essence of decay, boiled, extracted, and now you use it to preserve. It's beautiful, Doctor."
The Wild
Way of
looks
looking
at
at
Lynn with like a raised eyebrow.
Roll persuasion.
Who's rolling? I'm rolling.
You are. You didn't even mean to persuade him of anything, but
No, I
But
didn't.
here we are.
I certainly didn't.
I can tell.
Oh, no.
you're very kind to say that, but I know they're disgusting. I know they're vile. And frankly, they're not very nice.
They're not. I know. I'm sorry.
You're tempted to get rid of them?
But again, it was nice of you to lie.
But this is something of yours that you want back.
I sympathize.
Well, it's more like I don't want the liability if they cause more damage.
What kind of damage do they cause?
Horrible, terrible, unspeakable things.
Try speaking a couple of them.
Vandalism.
Oh no.
Drawing on things that don't belong to them.
Oh no.
Stealing
That's
small
funny.
objects.
Are they contagious?
Pulling down
Well-
someone's pants whilst they are speaking with another.
Lady Loraphyra,
Really
if I
awful.
may.
The Wild not sure. This is bad.
Go on, Lynn.
Also, one time they cut a guy.
Oh dear.
Funny and brave. Me like more and more.
Lady Loraphyra, if I may, would you prefer to have someone else track the scent? Someone who was more task-oriented?
I find the Wild can do this thing.
We can both do it.
Okay.
Now,
Catman, why don't you prove that you can work within the bounds of society, track it, and catch it without killing it? Can you do that?
The Wild can do this thing. It
Prove
is
it.
small.
Prove
I
it.
will hold.
Without crushing it.
The wild did not say much.
You cannot kill it. It must be returned alive. If you cannot do that, then step aside.
I
Good. Then seek.
Okay. He does.
Okay. All right. So, the pickled punk or punks, I don't remember if I made one or two, can be found on the map.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah, we have to actually go search for these things.
Mother!
Out of wild
Couldn't
curiosity,
be
is
like
it
hiding
something
under his
that,
coat.
that
Sorry.
we, looking at the map, can find, or must our characters have found them?
Yes, either one can work. Let's see if
Now
I
that
can
Lynn has the
remember where I put it.
stench, Lynn is going to wander off back to the north.
Atta girl.
the wild is on the trail.
The trail!
We follow him.
I've-
guys?
He just rushes hardcore.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Right.
move. I'm going to move into an area like between the Hall of Horrors and, like, kind of just outside the Hall of Horrors to watch in every direction as people are running all over the place.
He blows by the big top, goes past the Shatterkai and Isolde, and he takes a flying leap up onto this cart and snatches this little bastard right here.
Yi-Ling has activated.
Well
her
done.
boots.
That
You
is
found
it,
him.
isn't it?
The wild does not fail.
Oh my god.
Wait, how did you find? Oh, jeez. I'm so
Good
sorry.
eyes, Jesus,
Good
Andrew.
eye. Really
well
well
done.
Wow. I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna take forever again.
Has
Meanwhile,
Lynn
up
found
north-
the other one?
You not ask the wild to remember things. Memory is weakness. Finding is strength.
Valid.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Sir, ma'am,
Who
ma'am.
who are you
ma'am.
talking to?
To the giant.
The half giant.
Oh, the half giant?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry, this is going to sound a little odd, but might I get a lift on top of this cart?
Actually, not that odd. Here you go.
I get that at least 2-3 times a day.
It's an actual person.
Come here, little buddy.
Yep. Hey.
Gross.
I've been eyeballing that
Get
this
away
whole
from me!
time. I thought it was just like a thing on top of the wagon.
I didn't see any of them,
Good
frankly.
job, Chris.
I mean, I was
Good
not
job.
zoomed in far enough to see
That's,
any of that.
that's why I wanted to know if it was like that our characters had to find it, because I've been eyeballing that dude this whole time.
You have
How
such high.
weird thing.
You have such high perception, Dane. It terrifies me.
I saw him while you were talking to the half giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, how is it?
I
that
was
the
busy
two
role-playing.
people-
Yeah.
The two
yeah,
people who bombed the memory game found them.
yeah. I'm better. at
We've
remembering
redeemed ourselves.
In fairness, that was mostly Adam's fault for giving us a few things that had no match.
stuff. Yeah.
But
All
that
right,
was
so
fun.
I-
dirty trick.
Do I actually have to?
Evil
Is he
DM.
gonna come along with me, or do I have to catch this guy?
Carmen Sandy
He
Wild.
tries to get away, but you catch
Scruff.
him easily. And
Oh,
his
God.
naked little butt is like in the air, and he's like kicking, yeah, let go. And he's like shouting obscenities at you. You realize that this is like a sentient being.
Horrifying.
The true Hall
Yes.
of Horrors.
Yes.
Do not like. Do not want. No me gusta.
All right, you stick him in a jar, yes?
Yes.
All right.
The wild does not. The wild carries it carefully between his paws.
Good job. You did
Not
it.
crushing, not killing.
Well
Let's
done.
return it.
Carrying.
He
Good job.
really enjoys the feeling of your fur on his naked bear skin.
He's tickling his feet, tickling my paws.
Let's just get back as soon as possible. Yes. Yes.
Oh, good. You found him. Wow, that was really fast. Have you done this before?
Hunting is life.
All right. Well, that's great. That's great. We'll get along great. And
Yes.
listen, other than being the manifestations of my problems, these are also useful little critters. So if you ever wanted, you could keep one. As long as it's on your person. If you would normally die, they'll die for you. They'll be destroyed, and then you won't die.
Noted.
I thought we already had that agreement with the Pale Lady.
Well, I mean, like, you won't fall over. You'll stay standing. Like a half-orc.
Yeah, there's probably an ethical argument against it, but honestly, they're very creepy.
The wild holds up the one that he was carrying, and he looks at him, and he says, "You want to come die for me?"
He's like, I'll kill your mother.
You have spirit.
I'll seduce your horse.
The wild has no horse.
The
Yeah,
wild
'cause I
needs
killed him.
no horse.
That's why. The wild always wondered where the horse was.
It was me all along. I hate you.
Perhaps we should stick him in a jar and move on with this.
I believe that would be the best option. Also, just because things are creepy does not mean they don't deserve life, madame. Loraphyra says with her pure black eyes and vampire-looking self.
Literally, they seem very practical, at least for this purpose, and otherwise they would cause a lot of trouble, so.
All right.
Do
The
the ends
wild.
always justify the means?
Depends on the means.
Depends
the
on the
ends.
ends.
Oh, that was very philosophical. Name 3 philosophers.
Descartes, Hume,
Really wanted to say something
Emmanuel
sassy
Kant was
back,
real
but-
good.
and Abigail Thorne is a philosopher, sure.
Abigail Thorne doesn't count.
Yes, she does. She's excellent. Shut up.
No, it doesn't because you said she.
Yeah, just names.
Just go ahead, stuff that in the jar. We can fill it up with liquid.
I
I'm
mean, someone's
telling you,
old
it's
where you
worth the
needed to read a
trade,
book.
yes?
So there's these things that we call moving books. They're called videos.
Release the Snyder Cut.
Oh my God.
Are you trying to make this thing as offensive as possible?
I'm gonna have to spend one of those right now.
I was just like, how can I make them awful but funny? Like, oh, I can make fun of like the He-Man woman haters on YouTube,
So Andrew Tate.
like nerd erotic and
That these
those
things
guys.
are incels.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm really sorry for the behavior. They're literally the physical manifestation of my worst thoughts and feelings. And, I work hard on myself. In
You
fact,
have over 200 of these fucking things. How many bad thoughts do you have?
Well, unfortunately,
Over 200.
when they leave my body, they're only gone for, like, the feelings are only gone for a little while. You see, when I was running the experiment, I was trying to make myself a better person because,
There must be a better way to deal with all of the bad feelings. But that
Well,
is
Riz, tell me.
Well, there
That
was years
is-
of therapy, but I was like, that's too long.
This is beyond my level of. This is beyond my pay grade. I believe you owe us at least 1 token, probably 2 at this point.
Okay, do you want me to take both, or do you want to keep one?
Do we get-
take.
Do we get 2
Life for a
tokens?
token.
Do we get 2 tokens if we give you both?
I got 2 tokens for you right here.
Oh my God,
Look.
give them back. I cannot.
Those
never
are
have them
not
with us.
tokens.
I don't know. Tear them off and see.
All right, we'll go quietly.
We'll cram them back in.
They
the
stop
jar.
talking immediately.
Shut them up real quick.
In case we wondered who was the actual scary one in this group.
Y'all knew.
Well, you can threaten them with a
Drausken
lot,
and
but
Loraphyra.
castration, that's the line.
Right. 2 tokens then?
Yes. I'm sorry for the bad behavior, but that's like literally what they are.
Wonderful. Thank
Usually.
you so much.
All
Wait,
right.
usually, do you take ones out that are not bad thoughts?
Well, it's rare, but every now and then there's one that is kind of nice.
Hold that one close to your ear, and maybe you'll learn to not think the bad thoughts.
Sometimes they like to pretend like they're that one, and then they really give it to you.
You need so much therapy, and I'm saying that.
The only way to know what kind they are is when they die in your possession.
This is not my
Between
problem. Leaves the tent.
Nope, this is not our problem. Tokens, please.
All right, well, tell everyone you were horrified in the House of Horrors.
No problem.
Not an issue.
Dolores.
Madam, I think the tonic didn't work.
Madam, who's the... What?
Sorry, talking to myself.
Oh,
Well then, and where do? Sorry, out of character. Where do we go to exchange tokens for talisman?
Litwick.
Just, real quick, yeah.
Cool. Let's just head over that way. To
Nissa.
Nissa. M-I-S-S-I, S-S-I, S-S-I.
Oh, you're back!
Nissa.
It's
Is it?
addictive, isn't it? The thrill.
We have another goal in mind. Hopefully, one more achievable this time.
Faye! Sister!
Oh my god. I mean, sorry, gotta sit back in the other accent.
Jenkins disease.
Oh my. You're a wild.
While it has been a short time since I've seen the Fae. I fell in Tempest in the forest, and then I was brought
That makes sense.
to the Raven Queen, and then
Oh, the-
she sent us here. Did
Oh, the
not ex-
Raven. You said the Raven Queen had sent you.
Yes, she brought the wild back.
Well, oh, all right. Oh, that's really interesting, and I'm glad that you're back, wherever it was you went from. And that fellow over there, you see him, the bird-looking fellow with a hunched
Ooh.
back.
Oh,
He looks
Ugh.
kind of like an old lady. But anyway, he was asking about someone from the Raven Queen coming by. And so anyway, go talk to him if he was interested. Anyway, right, you want to do business?
We have tokens this time.
We seek a talisman.
Yes.
Okay, well, did you tell them all how this works?
Not no. reach your hand in and hope you get something good.
That's right. All right.
Might not work, though, is the issue. We might not get what we seek.
You might not.
Not deal.
No, that's,
Token for talisman.
you haven't given me anything yet, and so if you don't like the terms, you can keep it.
Was there anywhere
He
else?
looks at Loraphyra.
Yeah. Was there anywhere else?
You said.
Do you want to
Oh,
try
come
this?
on, just give it a try.
No.
Oh, okay.
This is a 1-for-1 deal. We are seeking a talisman at the command of my lady. These are not your little games. This is not your fey trick. We are here for an even exchange. Can you do so, or must we go elsewhere?
Well, aren't you fun?
No. I am Shadar Kai. I serve my lady.
You know, I should have been able to tell, just by looking.
You
I'll tell you
really
what.
should have.
I'll make you a deal. I'll cheat, but only one time. And it'll cost you 2.
You can guarantee a talisman for 2.
Aye.
Done.
Also, assuming you don't murder me after.
That if you do not uphold
She
your
will
end of the
not.
bargain, if you do not uphold your end of the bargain, then I can make no promises.
Okay, well, I just about pissed myself, so let's go ahead and get that for you.
Be nice to Fae. Fae not know how to not be tricky. It in their nature.
Yes, and being
Alright.
scary is in mine.
Give me a D100.
Really?
Well, we're skipping the first level. But you will get a missed talisman. I just don't know which one.
88.
I'm the one being scary. I figure it's probably mine to do.
Okay. So you get a... She produces to you another bag. Small bag. It's really small. Little pouch with a drawstring. When you're handed it, you notice that it's a very strange material. It feels like human skin. And there's a bit of sinew, gut, perhaps cat gut, that holds it together.
Maybe it's cat skin.
And so you have this little pouch, and it has, to your smell, the wild, it reminds you of fey magic, but rotten.
Ad break. Apologies. Quick break.
Oh.
Sorry.
No. You're good. You're good. That's been fun.
We're nearing the end here, I think.
Yep. So, oh, sorry.
Do. Yay,
I like that we're
capitalism.
up to. I like that we're up to. I think 2 for 2. There are 2 sessions where player death was at risk, and one of these was a downtime session.
Go ahead.
So, this reminds you, the wild, of where you come from.
it reminds you of sacrifices made. There is a strange moth, a massive moth that you recall, who smelled of the same rot, who is like the whimsy of the Feywild, but as if someone had peeled back the skin to reveal worms and bile. It is unsettling to hold this thing, and its suppleness, its softness is disturbing. It has moles and freckles.
This is wrong. It is rotten. It stinks of
Death.
rotted, corrupted Fey magic. The smell. It reminds the wild of home. But bad.
Well then.
Remember some flying creature, moth, smelled the same. Bad.
Well then. I think we know which domain we're going to first then, don't we?
Do you know where you are from?
You did say it earlier.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I did.
Oh, you did. Oh, sorry. Was I there? I can't remember.
Do you remember where you're from, Andrew?
Tempest.
Yes.
Yes.
If that is where we are heading, then it seems we will need to have a conversation. What you know about this place.
Forest.
After all,
Village. People. Not supposed to go into forest. Forest controlled by the Fae. Fae, the Wild's family, protected the forest for the Fae. Those from the village not allowed into forest. Those come into forest are food. Stay out of forest, don't get eaten. Easy.
Melissa, you seem to recognize a friend here. Do you know any more about this place?
Are you talking to Lysissa?
Let's just, God, what did I say? I don't even know.
And
Late, I'm tired.
your voice cut out a little bit too.
We have visited Tempest on a couple of occasions. And that is a dark, wicked place, but you wouldn't know it by looking. When you first approach and exit the dark forest, it is practically idyllic. It's a quaint little series of houses in a village. And a medicine woman what takes care of everyone. But there are skeletons hidden underneath those places. There are dark secrets. And there are many who have fled from it.
Well then, I suppose those are the dark secrets that we seek. Into the woods.
All right. So, with that line, I think that's a good line to end on.
I had to make the musical theater reference. I had to.
You know, I just saw that for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
But
wait.
will we be home
Wait.
before dark?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you see the Bernadette Peters version or the Meryl Streep version?
Meryl Streep. I saw the Meryl Streep version.
I need to
Not
send
the
you.
same.
I need to send you the YouTube version with Bernadette Peters because Meryl Streep was fine, but the Bernadette Peters is just so much better.
I've
That's
never
the one I
heard
grew
her
up with,
described as
yeah.
just fine.
I love
Amazing.
Meryl
Fucking
Streep.
Meryl Streep.
I love
Uh,
Meryl Streep. Please understand how high of a bar that is to clear when I say Bernadette Peters is the best witch.
Very well. Very
The
well.
first time I saw it was actually high school production.
Right, yeah.
I saw university production and UAF. Well, Flott did it.
So, you have completed chapter 1 at this point,
Yay!
and
We did it.
you have
More or less.
you'll take a long rest before moving on, and you will take a level as well. So you are now level 6.
Yes!
Magic fist, baby.
Yeah!
Thank God, we survived society.
And you have,
It's hard.
By the skin
It's
of our
hard.
teeth.
this is another example of me worrying I didn't have enough to go on.
I did too,
And
because I was
having
not sure I
way
had the
too
music
much.
for it.
Yes.
You saw me panicking.
You guys didn't even get to that much in the carnival, but that's fine because that's more to discover next time.
The old adage is whatever you think you're going to get done, you're not going to get it done
You're
in
not
one
gonna get it
session.
Also,
Unless
you'll
you think you have enough prepared. In
Yes.
which case,
You will
suddenly
not.
don't.
Yes, you suddenly don't.
There you go. The law of
Oh man,
reciprocity.
that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yep. I'm glad you guys had a good time. You got some characterization, some character expression.
Mm-hmm.
People got to know you a lot better, I think, this time around, compared to last time.
All the history hints.
That's right. I got to do a lot of foreshadowing, which I like.
And you also
under-
got to mess around with what I think is one of your strongest things in TTRPGs, the NPCs.
Yes, thank you. I love hags. They're the best.
Oh my god, I'm over here just like, I did this episode
know.
with you. I'm so scared.
In terms of RP, they're my favorite monster for sure.
Yeah.
In terms of mechanics, beholders obviously is just
Sure.
the best. But really love hags a lot.
For sure.
And playing a devil, I'm just like, okay, don't be Raphael, don't be Raphael.
No, you were Gabriel instead. That's so much better, so much
Different.
less.
Just
You
gonna
have a
be
naming
devilish
convention for your
Cambion based
Cambions.
off of Judeo-Christian angel.
Correct.
Like you do.
Correct. Yeah, that's
Well-
where they come from.
Thank you all so much for being here this evening, for being here through the wild ride that was indeed the Carnival.
Our wild goose chase. Pheasant
Oh,
Pheasant.
Homunculus chase.
A homunculus chase.
I am going to mute you the next time that you insert yourself like that. You're fine. I'm teasing. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We'll be back next week, presumably? Question mark.
Should be okay for next week.
Lovely. With more of the death campaign to continue on with these mad characters as we go into Tempest, where, into the woods where nothing's clear. And we'll see how things go. Also, for those who have not seen the Bernadette Peters version of Into the Woods, I have dropped the whole YouTube version. It's 2.5 hours long, and it's worth every second into the death channel in the Discord. Go check it out. Bernadette Peters is a queen.
This is not
Awesome.
a paid promotion.
Not a paid promotion. I just love Bernadette Peters. She's
But
who
we will absolutely take the money.
Yeah.
I want to
join,
be
give us some death pool points.
I want to be Bernadette Peters' witch when I grow up.
Don't we all?
And thank you, Pro, again for all my points. I promise I will remember them for the next combat.
We'll remember them.
Yeah, we'll need to sit down and actually talk about what bits entail, because we had not decided that 100 bits was a card and 500 was a thing in the death pool. We'll figure it out. We're learning as we go, but we appreciate y'all's support as we do it. Thank you all so much, and we will see you all next week. I have more stuff going on this week. Check out the Discord if you want to see the schedule. There's a lot going on. But until next time, friends, stay inspired.
Stay inspired.
Until
Bye.
Bye.